Chicago. 2 years we've been running here before, both wet weather races. This could be our final time here in the city. And are we really going to see an interesting race? Answer, yes. Rain in the air as it has been the last couple of years, and earlier start time as well. Welcome to one of the best races for NASCAR as we go street racing. We've had the invocation and we have had the national anthem, and we are now gearing up for Start Your Engines. 40 cars are going to venture their way out here, and they're just now getting ready for a couple of interesting laps. Alongside me in the commentary box is Josh Turner. Hello, JT. We've been here, there and everywhere today, haven't we? Even with now having to leave the IndyCar broadcast to come and cover NASCAR. Omi, very thankfully, is leaving that with us. But boy, oh boy, this is a complicated day, isn't it, at this time of the night to get things right, as we've also had to set things off as Wimbledon's still going on, isn't it? Hello, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carlos Alcaraz lost the first set.
Oh my! So we are going fifth set decided, it looks like. Well, it all throws up weirdness here, doesn't it, as well? Still, 75 laps ahead of us. It's the Grant Park 165, and it's the third round, JT, of the in-season challenge. This is going to be an interesting day, isn't it, of action?
Is it third or second? I thought it was only the second.
It's the third, as far as I know.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, TNT, is this TNT's third race? Yes, because Indianapolis is in 2. This is the third. Yes. It gets confusing. Either way, let's go down to TNT and hear what they've got to say.
Getting down into turn 1. Now, the funny thing about this racetrack is turn 1 is actually right adjacent to turn 6. You see some of the spotters here. Turn 6 is one of the fastest parts of this racetrack, upwards to 145 miles an hour. Super rough terrain, different asphalt and concrete down there. Danielle?
Mamba, yesterday, Shane Van Gisbergen won the Xfinity race here at Chicago. Afterwards, because his cool shirt went out, he had to go to the infield care center and get some IV fluids. These cool shirts are great when they work. In the summer, they really help keep the driver's ambient body temperature, their core body temp, about 30 degrees cooler than it is outside.
Is that 2 minutes, JT, you're telling me?
No, it's the second round, not the third round.
Oh, it is the second round. Cheers, mate.
Pump itself breaks, all the water in these tubes becomes hot, and it makes it even worse inside the car. Think about it like you're in your passenger car. The windows are up and you have the heat blasting for 4 hours. That's how hot it gets. This shirt is also very, very thick material. It can make it miserable inside the car. A lot of drivers have these on today, guys. It is hot here in Chicago. Alan?
Danielle, Denny Hamlin will start this race at the back of the field because of an engine change. It was really the worst case scenario on Saturday for Hamlin and the 11 car. He wasn't even up to speed yet on the first lap of practice before his engine just exploded. Didn't get 1 lap of practice on the racetrack, and we could see it afterwards. He was visibly just angry at the situation. Of all the tracks that have no practice, this is not the one you want that to happen. But I talked to his crew chief, Chris Gale. He told me if there's anyone good at putting yesterday behind him, it's Denny Hamlin. He's able to take what he needs to do, control what he can control, and he's got a lot of work to do because he's starting in the back of this field. He's got to start passing cars on lap 1, Marty Snyder.
Alan, speaking of cars that will have to start at the back of the field, add Kyle Larson. In fact, I'll add all 4 Hendrick Motorsports cars to that list as well. They all will start in the back today. For Larson, he had contact with the wall in qualifying yesterday. He tried to go make another qualifying attempt, but the damage was just too bad. Cliff Daniels told me this morning they were here until 11 p.m. last night fixing this car. They were back in at 8 a.m. this morning. He told me it's pretty much a brand new race car. The entire right side of the 5 has been changed for this race today. But Adam, you know, Kyle Larson knows his way to the front at road course. It's going to be fun to watch this 5 this afternoon.
Yeah, Marty, we just had the graphic in. 6 wins on the road, 3 coming in the next gen era for Kyle Larson. No doubt he'll be a driver to watch coming from the back today. It's just about time for the green flag in Chicago. You're watching NASCAR on TNT.
We're gearing up then for what's going to be an interesting round of the championship as well. I don't know where Jack is actually. He said he was covering Xfinity. I don't know where he is.
I am right here.
You are here! Hello, mate. I didn't know if you were here or not. I had to see you come in.
I was just so drawn in the tennis earlier.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Are you enjoying our coverage on JB Sports Extra?
Just drawn in by the Norrie game. I am sadly going to admit I haven't listened to it yet, but I will do.
Pick up with me and Matthew Owens having a commentary call on it as well. You're going to love it.
Might tune in for the Norrie's quarter-final.
I think, yeah, one of us got that. You better tune in next week, though, because our very own Jake Sanson is going to be commentating, possibly Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, nice.
So a little heads up there for anybody who wants to come in and have a look.
Let me know how my mic is, by the way. The internet's kind of spotty.
Sounds as fine as usual. So we're gearing up. Thanks to Omi, by the way, who with the Fox Sports team is taking the end of the IndyCar while we cover this. Jack, what are you expecting here tonight as well? It's going to be a tasty round, I reckon.
Chaos. That's what I always expect out of Chicago. We had a great Xfinity race yesterday with SVG getting the win, and I think he'll probably be the favourite here again today.
Is he going to do the double?
I could see it. I could definitely see it. I think he's probably my pick to win today.
He'll be the first one this year to do the double if he can inside those series as well. We've got a couple of new graphics to show you as well this weekend. We've got a driver tracker as per normal, but it goes around the city streets, so looks a bit odd around Grant Park, but it'll do. They're lining up 2 by 2 there. We are getting ready for the green flag. I don't know when, JT. I think it's this time by.
My TV is a little bit laggy, so my commentary's a bit off. That's my bad. My internet just is terrible upstairs.
We won't hold it against you. Don't worry about that. As JT's also covering Wimbledon.
Got the IndyCar race on, so.
Yeah, you better keep me up to date with that as well, actually, as well as it's all fingers and thumbs today as we get into the action. And fingers crossed it's going to be a good race as well. Oh, great.
IndyCar's been basically what you'd expect.
The stereotypical stuff, isn't it?
The Polo domination continues. Oh.
What?
Sorry, I thought Ferrucci had an engine issue. I think he had a little bit of a wide moment.
I'm just trying to find some more stats and facts about this circuit, but...
No, he got told to get the feed sections.
Okay, I don't have the commentary on for that, so...
Here's your grid then, Shane Van Gisbergen on pole position alongside Michael McDowell, Carson Hosevar and Tyler Reddick as well. Let's check in with SVG.
Great win yesterday. I know you weren't feeling well after the race. How are we doing today?
Yeah, I'm all good. I cooked myself yesterday. Just a bit hot, but rehydrated and feeling good. Looking forward to today. My cars yesterday were really good, so thanks to you as well. But yeah, WeatherTech Chevy's great today. Thank you to Trackhouse Group. Car's awesome, but yeah, big challenges coming up. It's a tough race, and going to be a lot of strategy, weather. See how we go.
Thanks for talking to us, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day.
He just says things different. I mean, I love those interviews with Shane Van Gisbergen. Back now to our RV starting grid. Talk about Michael McDowell, row 1. His teammate Carson Hosevar, row 2. A pair of runner-ups. There with Tyler Reddick. Chase Briscoe won at Pocono this season. He's in row 3. Chris Buescher in row 4. He won last fall at Watkins Glen. He's there with his teammate Ryan Preece, who had great speed earlier this year in Mexico City. Watch Ty Gibbs. We talk about him, 2 top 10s and 2 starts in Chicago. Next to Austin Dillon, a top 10 starting spot on the road course for the first time in 5 years.
Alex Bowman won this race last year, but he's got a little bit of work to do after some damage from qualifying. See Kyle Larson also going to the back of the field, back there in row 7. Damage to his car. Christopher Bell also on the road courses. Shouldn't see him work his way toward the front. Brad Keselowski, AJ Allmendinger in row 8. AJ, a favorite to go up there and mix it up today. And then Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez in row 9. We know Daniel been let go by Trackhouse at the end of this season. He'll be planning his future going forward. Will Brown running a race with us this weekend with Todd Gilliland in row 10.
Riley Herbst in row 11 starting his first Cup Series. Has a couple of Xfinity starts here. Let's start next to Ross Chastain. Cole Custer and Noah Gregson back in row 12. Noah with the top 10 at COTA, so he has a lot of experience in the road courses. He presses at times, and he loves this challenge. He'll be going up against Ryan Preece in that. John, Hunter Nemechek, and Zane Smith. Dale will have his eye on Zane Smith as he faces off against Chris Buescher. Dale's picked forward all. Austin Cindric and Justin Haley will be in row 14. Row 15, Josh Berry and Austin Hill finished 4th in the Xfinity race yesterday. Cup race today. Back in row 16, Josh Bilicki and Ricky Stenhouse raced 6th here last year. And Catherine Legg did an awesome job making the race and qualifying with Eric Jones back in row 17. Then Cody Ware in that Arby's Ford and Ty Dillon in row 18. Row 19, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, and also in row 20, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, 4 drivers trying to work their way forward after having to go to the rear qualifying.
You know, we want to put an exclamation point on all these drivers going to the rear, and we mentioned them there, but it's worth another pop because these are some significant names that we feel like at the end of the day are going to be right there in the hunt.
We've never seen anything like this. I think it speaks to the difficulty of the racetrack. SVG said it was probably the most difficult street course in the world, and you know, we saw a lot of challenges in practice and qualifying, and this is the result.
Let's hear from our pit reporters again. Danielle, you're up first.
Adam Michael McDowell has Chicago ties. His dad is from here, downtown streets of Chicago, and is attending the race to watch his son win. His crew chief, Travis Peterson, said that is the goal because points do nothing for us. With 8 races to go in the regular season, we're too far below the cut. We want to find clean air and be in position if SVG makes a mistake, Alan.
Danielle, William Byron ended practice yesterday calling himself an idiot. He cooked it into turn 10, wrecked his car. The team was here until 11 o'clock last night, fixing the entire left side, the rear as well. If there's any good aspect to this, he was really fast before then, and he came from the rear last year to finish 8th. Marty Snyder.
The 17 team of Chris Buescher is 52 points above the cut line with 8 races left in the regular season. And Scott Graves told me this morning, we will continue to be aggressive with strategy. It hasn't hurt us so far, but the playbook wide open for crew chiefs today, Adam.
Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. We're going to treat you with a streetcar named Desire. SVG leads them out the last corner. It's shake and bake time. NASCAR is green in Chicago. SVG gets a good launch. Michael McDowell late on the brakes into turn 1. He's going to take the lead, but SVG is no slouch. He knows how to get the cut back. He from his supercar days. He's going to loop back to the inside line. Super late. Again goes defensive. SVG tips him ever so slightly. A little bit of a door bang, but Michael McDowell leads as we head on to the backstretch alongside the river, and it's McDowell leading. From then it's SVG, and then up into 3rd goes Reddick, and Hosvar's in there too, going a little bit side by side, but Reddick can't get ahead of SVG, and JT, year after year, those tyres are still there at the exit of turn 6.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 wide it was through turn 2 as Byron right at the back. He's dropped down even more as there are the tyres at turn 4, as you mentioned. Now out of turn 5, down towards turn 6, which is the opposite of turn 1, which they go through now.
Yeah, no driver tracker working just yet. Hopefully that starts soon. It might do on the next lap. Briscoe, very late on the inside of Carson Hocevar as well. And then right behind, Austin Dillon, trying to have a little look through on the inside as well. It's all okay so far. Stage 1 then is at 25 laps, according to our screen. But according to one screen, it's also supposed to be 20. So I think it's a little bit of a failure. We'll try and get our graphics pack sorted ASAP for you. As Jack, they all pile in 2 by 2, and it's a dangerous part of the circuit, this bit, isn't it? Hello, mate. I can't hear. Yeah, okay. A little bit of a lag for Jack as it comes through. McDowell leads the opening lap. And you all see
there was a bit of a pile up. I was just going to say, there's a bit of a pile up here, I think, in the first year of the race. A little bit of a pile up, I think. I can't remember who spun who. I want to say it was like Byron who got spun or something. I can't remember it, to be honest. That corner, particularly dangerous, because if someone gets spun, there's really nowhere to go.
Just trying to get the driver.
So the stages are, according to the crew chief handout, 20, 25, 30.
Ah, okay. There we go then. Right, I think I've got the driver tracker sorted now for you, as it took a lap to load in. So we've got that all set up. 74 laps to go here.
Up into 3rd.
Oh, who's just moved up?
Busch is into third. I didn't even notice that.
Kyle Busch.
He's got that really nice looking car as well.
Yeah, he's made an impressive start, hasn't he, Kyle Busch, coming into the mix of things out here today. So, fingers crossed as they come in and play once more. Looping back up again.
Interesting, because I don't really consider Busch a road course guy by any means.
Does anybody really? They always miscount and they don't.
He was
really...
fast at Kota though.
He was fast at Kota, that's true. Yeah.
Without that caution, I think he probably goes on to win that race.
Still going to be close up together as the reaction continues on to lap 2 then. And JT, as things stand, I'm a bit alarmed about this process because SVG is playing for time, and we know when he plays for time, it runs out fast.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Byron once again with more issues. He is way off the pace. He was one of the cars who started at the rear, but he's now half a lap behind the rest. I won't be surprised if he comes down pit road this time by. And SVG says he feels like he's on flat tyres.
Oh, that's not a great start from him then, as they'll try and get the gear back up and running. McDowell is your leader. SVG, Shane Van Gisberg, he's in second. Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, Carson Hosfar, Austin Dillon, Ryan Priest, Ty Gibbs, your top 10 as they fly through. At least this time there is no rain. It's the first time the Cup Series has been dry here. So that's fine. Until it rains in about an hour. Was I being that one to say it was raining in an hour? Yeah.
Look at the work that he's having to do through this technical part of the racetrack. How much movement there is in the steering. Oh, contact.
Oh, he's off. Hosvar's got spun round. Oh, big one there.
Oh, here we go.
Dylan, Hocevar, Suarez. I can't see who else is in there as well, but the track is blocked and this will be a red flag. So
we have a parking lot, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we might just live to fight another day. They were going to squeeze out, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brown's involved. Riley Herbst is involved. Is that... Which 30 is that? I can't see.
Dylan, isn't it? Is that Austin Dillon?
It could be Dylan the 3. Oh! Hocevar hits the wall.
No. Dylan is involved, yeah.
Yeah, Dylan gets spun in and then everybody just piles in behind trying to break.
It's the 34.
It's, so Gilliland. And then the track just gets blocked with everyone else piling in together. Well, this is why
it looks like Hocevar.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it looks like just Hocevar just slams the wall. It breaks its suspension. That causes everything. AJ took a pretty big whack there as well.
This is why we shouldn't race on street circuits. I mean, look, we've now got a parking lot. They're going to have to red flag the race. Oh, is Hocevar going to live to fight another day, though? Can get out of there. Hocevar.
No, he's done.
But he might just create the free pass or block the track more. So
Brad Keselowski there too.
Oh no. What fell off?
Move the full wall back.
Yeah.
Really? The whole concrete wall of where Hocevar hit has moved back.
Yes, I see it.
That's going to be a red flag then, isn't it?
Well, crucially,
yeah, look, see it there, up at the top.
So there's a big hit. Let's see on board. Yeah, it's moved. And everyone else piling in. So red flag will have to come out surely for this one. We'll wait to see what they do.
Involved in the wreck, Hocevar, Dylan, Austin to be specific, Keselowski, AJ, Will Brown, Olcaster, Daniel Suarez, Riley Herbst, Todd Gilliland.
Red flag! Red flag! Race is stopped. They are stopping the cars before the turn. The red flag is out.
Called it. That's 77. He hits the big head. I mean, look at the damage to the wall above. We stay right on this shot just for a second. Bring your attention all the way up here. Look at this wall. It kind of has this big jut in it right there.
As you pointed out, JT, that needs going to need fixing. So this will be a lengthy red flag.
Driver's right, which pitches him left.
Yeah, at the apex of turn 11, just clipping that wall. And the uniqueness of racing at a street course is This is the only place where these drivers are going to probably run against the barriers in the apexes of these corners, right? And I think we talked about this earlier today, guys, where we heard these drivers really tell us that they don't quite truly understand exactly how big these cars are, where the right side, where the left side is. And they actually get into the wall sometimes when they think they have plenty of room, because the car is just, they're still learning really where the corners of this race car is, because it's so big compared to the Xfinity car we race or the generation previous to this.
AMR safety team was there. You saw it, and they are getting an early workout. Let's go to Danielle.
JB, I've got audio if you want to go IndyCar.
Radio just before that collision, tell Carson Hocevar's team, the 3 said all over the place, stay away from the now fixing damage to the right rear from that wreck. So far they're saying there's a right rear toe link that is broken.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of damage from...
Confirmed red flag, yeah. Just so you know, I can't go back. Omi has got software for me to go back to. So red flag is out.
He's trying to get as close to that wall as possible. And if we spin it forward, you see he hits the right side, and that's what moves him left.
Yeah, a little glance right there, and it just drives him straight into this outside wall. And look at that barrier move. And everybody's trying to slow down. And obviously, you have no idea where this next gen's going when it breaks these toe links. And neither does the guy driving it, because they just go everywhere like a forklift.
I knew you were going to get the forklift. He called some of my cars forklifts when they weren't even broken.
Always blame the crew chief.
Red flag here in Chicago at street course for the Grant Park 165. A mob car pileup caused by the 77 of Carson Hocevar at the exit of the semicircle part just before turns 11 is where it has happened, in the stretch between turns 10 and 11. If you are looking at the track map, there is a very damaged hearse at the front. We didn't really get slowed down that much, and well, that has put him straight into the wall. But the red flag is out. Cars are stopped on the circuit, and the clear-up operation is underway. You can see all of the cars parked just before turn 8, with the incident at turn 10, and all of the AMR safety team and clean-up crew with recovery is at the scene of the incident, clearing all of the debris and the cars to get this race back underway as soon as possible. Just moving the tow truck ready to retrieve the number 34 car, which they will do now. And absolutely beautiful to see that the lights on 1, 2 and 3 car recovery rescue units are all perfectly synced. It's just a shame that the 1, 2 and 3 are not in order if you're watching along with us on the international feed.
Okay. Only Todd Gilliland's a fire on the right front tyre.
Oh.
Yeah, that is down, I believe that incident is. There is the hit of where the 77
back in
hit
Chicago,
right on the turn 10.
Did I miss the entire ad break? I'm so sorry.
Back to TNT.
Sorry.
Napa Auto Parts. What do you have for us here, Steve?
Well, I'll go first,
you
actually.
jump in,
Here. Yeah, Steve will go next. I'm going to tell you the easy one, because we just saw a great example
That's
of it.
right, yeah.
Walls everywhere.
Did you make this during the break, after the wreck, or before?
Well, this was something I was really concerned with after what we saw in practice and qualifying yesterday. There's nowhere to escape when you make a mistake. There's no sand traps or runoff, any kind of a little slip up or misjudgment, and you're going to damage your car and maybe others.
Adam was trying to blame me for the walls. You can blame me for the plan. You know what you need to have? You need to have a plan. This place will be emotional. It will test you. You have to decide if you're going to pit once or twice and stick to it. But watch this again. These are 10,000-pound concrete barriers. You can only put like 2 or 3 per flatbed on a tractor trailer, and watch this car move it like it's weightless. I mean, that is an unbelievable impact. And then to your point, Dale, whether there was a spotter, Alan Cavana was just above this exact straightaway in pre-race, talking about how hard it was to see. But your analogy of the interstate is absolutely right. No matter you're saying, like Todd Gillen is coming around the corner on the gas, you know, all the spotter's going to let him know is, hey, man, you're going to hit him. You're going to run right into that. Like, you can't avoid it. Remember, we were riding on board, and we kind of, like, just snuck through that wreck. It was crazy.
But you can see in the back of that crash, Eric Jones comes flying in. He's 20 car lengths back of the wreck and still doesn't see it. And that's the mark on the wall right there from turn 10 on the interior side where the 77 made contact.
We had that big crash early in Atlanta last week, and it had an enormous impact on the in-season challenge bracket. Today we're going to have that as well. We're already drawing lines through drivers.
Just go Reddick right through to there. Let's advance. Go ahead and advance the Reddick car.
Ironically, both those drivers qualified up front, but it's Hocevar who collects himself early. You want to mark anybody else off here? Keselowski?
This one I'm giving. I'm not ready to move it forward. This one I'm going to still give a question mark because I think Brad might be able to fix it and there's still some walls to hit. Although Ty Dillon, if he eliminates Brad, we'll never be able, Mamba won't even be able to come next week to Sonoma because we'll never hear the end. He's riding this Ty Dillon train.
It would appear that Reddick now, going to move on and not just move on in the in-season bracket, but he's someone that we feel like can go out and win this race day. And look at that. Wow.
We're breaking stuff everywhere.
Yeah, they just don't have that car up off the ground, and the tires are trying to turn while it's trying to be carried forward.
So just to update the rules, this car will go to the garage, and they do have this opportunity to repair it. There's not a limit on time. There is a limit on what you can change, though, right? I'm not going to bore you with the list, but there's parts and pieces, certain specific suspension parts can be changed. If the chassis is damaged, if anything in the safety has been compromised. How not to tow a crashed
NASCAR 101.
Yeah, not by the front where it's breaking away. This is... I'm glad this is the last year we race in Chicago because this is getting ridiculous.
JB.
Go on.
Ooh.
Oh, JT's got a Magnum. I need a Cornetto.
But before that caution came out, maybe an issue on the 17th.
Just one Cornetto.
All set. And the lambda also. Was it like that from lap 1 or did it start after? Nope. This last lap we just ran it. Something changed. Pulling gears down the back stretch into turn 4. It just lost power. Just backfired.
So, Steve, Chris Buescher talking about the car losing power, and then it came back, but now they sit under the red flag conditions. Roush Yates officials are here with Scott Graves kind of discussing what it could possibly be. So how concerned are you if you're Scott Graves for your driver? I mean, 3 laps into the race, and he's already saying there's a missing issue with the engine.
Concerned is absolutely. I mean, my nerves are high. My anxiety is very high. What they will do is the digital dash, it kind of looks like a readout in your car. Much like your car at home that has like the service pages, he'll be able to go through multiple pages on this dash once the car runs, and he'll be read a bunch of codes that'll make no sense to us, but the engine group will read those codes and decide maybe it's something you come down pit road and check on. But running 5th, and, you know, if there's nothing you can fix, you just don't need a pit at this point.
Tough start for RFK. Brad's involved in the crash. Question marks on the situation for Chris Buescher. Right here with Cody Ware. The Arby's machine. Look at this. Just easing over there and driving through, trying to keep that number 51 clean. We're coming back in a moment to Chicago.
Red flag is out. And as always, we're just sort of hanging around, waiting to see what's going to happen next. Why is it every year we come here, there's always some sort of pile of red flag? Do you reckon we'll get called for darkness like we did last year?
I hope not.
No, both JT shaking his head.
Not like fight that.
Why have we got so quiet? Yeah, we've got about 5 hours.
I don't know, maybe because the microphone's not in the right place because we're under red flag.
No, that's true as well. Jack, out of interesting for you, where would you like to see a street race go for NASCAR?
Well, the one brought up is San Diego, but I also like I liked Denny Hamlin's idea though. A street oval. That sounds kind of cool, and I think we could get a good show out of that.
Where would we go for that?
No idea. But sounds entertaining, doesn't it?
It sounds very entertaining. I just don't know where we would go.
I can imagine the tempers that would flare after that.
Clearly, he's never heard of Avis. And not the car company, the track.
Well, yeah, obviously, but that's a bit different. I meant like a short track, not the absolutely stupid track that Avis was.
Put it slap bang in the centre, maybe.
It's only fun to play on roadblocks where you can dive bomb people with no brakes.
No brakes, tell Megan about it, she'll love that. So...
No heroics into Sandoval.
Shall I get the game out? Play on the red flag?
Just saw a photo. Saw a photo at the
NASCAR Cup Series race.
Chicago traffic sucks today.
I saw that one too, actually. Let's go back to Adam.
Arby's. We have the meats. And by Straight Talk Wireless. Real unlimited data for fans of fast. Official partner of NASCAR. Early red flag here at Chicago. Eliminating some really good drivers, and we'll get more from pit road in a moment. First, we remind you of this. DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up. Let's go to Danielle.
The 12 car of Ryan Blaney, Adam, right now is being scored 12th. His crew chief, Jonathan Hassler, relaying to Ryan Blaney that it looked like he hit the 38 pretty square and no reason to think it offset the toe link. Will not pit when it opens and will monitor during the next run. How about 2 spots behind him? John Hunter Nemechek, his crew chief, Travis Mack, told his driver this morning, just stay out of trouble. If you do that, we'll beat half the field.
Hey, sticking to the plan. We talked about this, right? If you don't have damage, as much as you would love to come in and double check it, you can't give up spots.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of cars, though, that did flat spot tires and so forth, trying to stop for that wreck. And I want to talk to one of them, actually, Eric Jones. We'll see if we can get a hold of him here. Eric Jones, Dale Jr. in the booth. You got us?
I got you.
Man, we saw you trying to drive up on that crash. You looked like you were as surprised as everybody else to see all those cars stacked up right there. Tough place for spotters. What was your thoughts?
I mean, last second kind of heard there was a big wreck. Started trying to check up. You're going pretty quick there and in a kind of a bad spot to slow down. It's pretty rough. So, yeah, I was glad we got checked up enough to miss it. I got kind of wedged in there, but I don't really think we got any damage. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, obviously, but sounds like they hit hard enough to move the wall. So that's pretty impressive.
Think you need to cut to pit road for any flat spots or anything like that?
I don't think so. We kind of got up to speed here on the back and up through third and a little bit to fourth here and felt okay. So I think we should be good to go.
Thanks for talking to us, buddy. Good luck.
So cool.
Yeah, pretty cool to be able to talk to the drivers. Firing the engine up, cycling fluids, and maybe even if you're late in the race, you might be rolling the car around trying to move the brake pads or the brake rotors around a little bit so they don't get hot and warped up. But all these guys are probably just sitting here ready to get this thing started. You've had all day trying to get this race going, and now here we are just a lap or so in and sitting under a red flag.
Let's hear Tyler Reddick audio.
77. Oh, it's your bracket challenge, buddy. I forgot about that. He's out? Yeah, I'm sure they'll work on it. I don't know if they can. The right front was flopping. It was completely gone.
You know, they say that they don't think about the bracket.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't look at it. That was your bracket guy. That was your bracket. I mean, it's like the first info.
Oh, by the way. By the way.
I love it.
Let's go back to Marty.
Adam, further update on Chris Buescher, who sits in 5th. Here was a conversation between he and his crew chief, Scott Graves, moments ago.
I mean, it's not going to go away, so we're going to have to come in and look at it and see what we can figure out. If you get the information to us, it at least helps us figure out which side to look at or start looking at first. So if I get you this information out of 11, do we pit right then? If you can get it, I mean, the sooner we pit.
So, Steve, here's the deal. They are telling him to get as much information as he can once the car refires. Go through that menu you talked about, right, to get Scott as much information as he can. Then they'll bring him down pit road. You see all the Roush Yates folks back here, the engine folks, trying to get something ready to fix this for Chris Buescher. But obviously, this is a very precarious situation for the 17 team, a team above the cut line without a win, who had high expectations today, but an early engine issue could put them in peril for the rest of the day.
And you know, Marty, I have to ask, we talk about how difficult this place is with the walls, but just the roughness of the surface, braking, gearboxes, even engines. I mean, Denny was a half a lap, so I'm not going to put that on the 11 car's engine. But the rest of all of these issues we're hearing, you know, is it just because it's rough? It's city streets. It's just physically beating these cars up, causing them to fail. Outside of warranty, for sure, too. That's the problem, Adam. Your warranty expired when you unloaded.
We only got 3 laps into this thing and under the red flag for a crash coming off of turn 10. Hopefully we're back under yellow and racing again soon in Chicago. You're watching the Grant Park 165 on TNT.
Back to yellow.
Thank God for that. 10 minutes under the red flag. Really? Was it really 10 minutes? Surely it was longer than that. Well, the race will restart and we are moving again. We'll get ready to go green soon. We are down to 34 runners in this race.
You sent me down a rabbit hole, JB and Jack.
Go on. Why?
I'm now looking at places in the US which could be good for a street oval.
The other idea that Denny had, by the way, was put Chicago Street Course and Chicagoland on the schedule. I would agree from a fan perspective. Oh, Larson stopped.
Oh! Kyle Larson has come to a stop, as Jack said, and they're going to push him. They're just pushing with the truck now. How American is it? Yeah, just give him a bump start, push him round, simple as. That's the most American thing I think I've seen in a long time. Yeah, just give him a push. He's got style.
Okay, there you go. Push it up.
I hate to be that guy, but that happens in the UK as well on the short ovals.
Yeah, but it's an American weekend, JT. You know, it's 4th of July. We've got to give it some American warmth.
But it's okay. It might be American here, but it's not only in America that it happens.
Okay,
It was a 14-minute, 42-second red flag.
Just you see.
I'll finish my point that Denny had earlier. Denny wants Chicagoland and Chicago Street Course. Logic, I would like that as a fan, but from a marketing perspective, it doesn't make sense to have 2 races in Chicago, like at 2 different tracks. Logically, it doesn't make as much sense. I'd love it, but NASCAR won't do it. Cole Caster's in the pit lane.
NASCAR won't do it. So these ear cups are starting to feel a bit...
I'd love them to, but no.
I've worn these ear cups now for 12 hours. I mean, I've now done the 24 hours, but it's been a hot, sweaty day in the commentary box.
Something, JB. This could be an actual decent street oval.
Really?
There you go.
Where have you sent it?
And it is at everyone's favourite place.
Where have you sent it?
You'll see.
What?
Bristol.
Right. Where the hell is that? Is that Long Beach?
I did look at Long Beach, but no, it's not Long Beach.
What is it then?
Back here in
Miami.
You're taking us to Miami? No. Bad JT. Bad JT.
No.
Will Brown done.
I don't
okay.
care where it is. I'm just saying it would make a decent street oval if you look at it.
It would.
Not bad for both the Aussie supercars guys, man. Jack Perkins yesterday and Will Brown today, both wiped out by wrecks completely out of their control. Which really sucks for both of them.
Bad day all round, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
We're gearing up then for the restart of the race. Let's head down to Turn 2.
Folks getting recognized, and we appreciate all the support they've offered us this weekend as we make our third trip here to race NASCAR on the streets of Chicago. Cup Series today, Xfinity cars yesterday.
Oh,
red flag lifted, 14 minutes,
real
42.
life Chicago Fire Department.
TV shows better.
Needs here, a thought to strategy, and also talk about those cars that maybe had some damage, flat spotted their tires. Will they pit, won't they pit? All those questions going to be answered.
No fuel restriction, full push.
Leaders coming around turn 11 down.
Yeah.
The short chute to the final turn. And on the pit road. There were a lot of cars I saw locking up tires that'll need to come to pit road just to change tires. Maybe evaluate a little bit of damage in the back half of the field.
Still under the red, technically.
Blaney has got a little bit of a
Chris Buescher among the
damage after all of that.
Not surprised.
Adam, here comes Chris Buescher down pit road. See, they have no information. That's the biggest point that Scott Graves is kind of dealing with right now, other than Buescher saying it's backfiring and it's running rough. So what's going to happen, he's going to come in, he's going to shut the engine off, and you're going to see a Roush Yates person go under the hood and then also get the ECU out of this car seat. They feel like if they can get that ECU information, that will be their best point to know where they can go from here. So it's really, as much as anything, it's not running well, but they just don't have the information to even know where to start to get this fixed for the 17 team. But again, engine shut off for Chris Buescher, who gives up 5th to come down pit road.
ECU, engine control unit. It's on the dash, kind of in the center. You see one crew member on the inside. You see another guy on the outside. There's the other ECU getting ready to go.
Done for the day.
Everyone's done at the moment, isn't there? We lost so many in that one start alone.
Sits on with some guys use bolts, some guys use nuts on like a stud that it can sit down on. You have the gentleman in the black fire suit. He's under the hood, maybe checking plug wires and some other things. The real work is happening inside the car. Car can't be running, as Marty pointed out, to make this change. The real key is plug the new one in. If that doesn't fix the issue, okay, but then you can take the one that you removed, plug it into your computers, kind of like taking your car to the dealership. You're not allowed to plug in on pit road, so you can't download the information on pit road, but you can take that ECU that you removed back, plug it in your computer, see what type of codes it has. It's kind of like, hey, it's not your 1972 pickup anymore. You're not going to work on it yourself. The computer's going to try to tell you what's wrong. This team just hopes it's something they can actually repair.
You got those drivers that were involved in the crash, and then you got some drivers that came down pit road. So there's going to be a cycle of track position here for some of those that started in the rear as we do the choose.
Yeah, the choose is on the back straightaway before turn 6. The drivers all trying to position themselves where they think they maybe take the best advantage on these restarts. And on the front row there, we have the 88 with the 71 of McDowell, and McDowell's on the inside. As you'll see, the control car is always going to pick that inside line, as we mentioned at the top of the show, because he'll get the launch first and bend around the shortest distance in turn 12 to hopefully give him that car length or more that he needs to clear second place and sort of start defending down into turn 1. SVG did not do the best of jobs of trying to clear himself. We'll see how McDowell can do with this lead now.
It's an interesting combo. If you go early in the restart zone, I think you almost have to like gas up and then use the brake to make turn 12. The question is, if you go late enough, can you just roll the corner? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. It looked like SVG had hit the brakes a little bit to make 12. Let's see.
Here we go then, ready for the restart. I am focused as we get ready to go. Just seeing a nice DM coming through. JT focus, you're on camera now. Right, should we get this going again? Green flag for the second time tonight. We are racing.
At the same time.
Race on here in Chicago. McDowell leads. Busch looking on the inside line. Reddick's in there too. Coming in late. Ryan Preece trying to have a look on the inside line of the 19 of Briscoe. And it's a safe, calm restart from everyone, JT. I think that was important, but SVG needs to get ahead of Michael McDowell here. We have got a rainstorm possibly coming in as well.
Do we?
Yes.
Okay.
Just, oh, didn't you know? It's unusual. Oh, hello. Gibbs on the inside of Bell. And now that's on the inside of Priest as well. He's already dealt with Bell. Bell's dropped back 2 places. Great run there from Ty Gibbs. He was not a day late.
Turn 3, the next at turn 4.
1-on-1 is 1. Now Priest v Bell. Bell trying to cut back again. It's ducking and diving everywhere at the moment, isn't it? Oh, hello. That's going to be contact. Priest's going to have to go really sideways now. Just about holds it together. Do you know, it's a decent race now that we're actually racing. I hope it stays this way. We don't get the boring, predictable, oh, this is going to be bad. We need to have a good race around Chicago. But look how much, as soon as they hit that bump, JT, the same with like Quiet Hocevar, you're going to go into the wall, sure. They're having to really counter-steer to save it.
Yeah, absolutely. Down we go in towards turn 12, final corner. Are the banners on the names coloured to the in-season bracket tournament? Like,
yes.
Like the 2 drivers with purple against each other, the 2 okay.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
NASCAR being NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It's completely confusing to me. Shane Van Gisbergen holding on to Michael McDowell. Remember 2 years ago when he came here and nobody knew how to say his name, and the NBC team were like, Shane Van Gisberg, Shane Van Gisbergen, and then it was referred to SVG at the end of it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was funny. It was his first ever cup start here, of course.
Or Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yes. Gan, not gun. It's daft, but no one's better around this place than SVG. 2 winners, though, and 2 different pole winners have come through here. SVG and Alex Bowman, there are 2 winners. Bowman won here last year.
When sleep?
When is sleep?
Yes.
After tennis.
Yay.
That's natural, isn't it? Well, this is lap 8 of 25 of the first stage. Right, which is it? 25 or 20?
20.
So why is the TV graphic saying 25?
I don't know, but I'm going with 20 because the crew chief handout says 20.
Yeah, I'm going with 20 as well. I don't know why the TV graphics are wrong. Were they wrong last week? Because I wasn't here, was I?
I don't know.
Where was I last week? Was I here?
Somewhere.
I don't remember. I don't know. Was that a Saturday race last week? Jack, you were with me, weren't you?
Yes, it was a Saturday race.
Yes. And I begged for death, if I remember correctly. Atlanta. Oh yeah, 29th.
Yes. You remember last week at Saturday race, it was Atlanta where it was the first round of the in-season tournament.
Oh, I can't remember. Look, it's been a busy week, you know. I'm planning a trip to Isle of Man or Ireland, wherever Maddie Patterson is, I don't know. Got a cola tomorrow as well, go down for a few days. And
Isle of Maddie Patterson.
It's somewhere around there, yeah. Thing is though, I thought she lived in Ireland. So, Northern Ireland as well. So I don't know if it's Northern Ireland or Isle of Man. She said she's in the Isle of Man, so I don't know where to go. So I'll find out tomorrow. Go down and see.
Once again going to be abandoning us.
Yes, probably around that. Probably around that Portland weekend as well to make life extra hard.
Wow, thanks.
I'm back.
Let me check
Apologies,
what the port.
NASCAR and IndyCar, same thing on that weekend. It's August 8th.
August 8th. Let me check.
Probably leave, Omi in control of the IndyCar.
You mean Omi in control of everything? Yeah.
Yeah, standards really, as they come into it. Race is quieting down a little bit as we go into the swing of things here. McDowell leading by 0.6 of SVG, but Kyle Busch is now 2.2 seconds back early on. So they are separating the gap slightly as they fly it through.
Oh, what a surprise! I've just looked over at the IndyCar. Guess who's leading?
Is it Alex Palou?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Stingray Rob.
What? Really? Oh.
No. Unfortunately.
You would get a proper sting in your tail if he was winning.
I think F1...
If he won, I think FP1 Will would make 5 videos about it.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Jack. The very words I was saying. I said, I think FP1 Will would, yeah. Any excuse to play Stingray.
Still love Stingray Rob.
Yeah, he doesn't love Stingray Rob, to be fair. What a cool name. Not named after the fish, not named after the puppets, named after the car. Just, you know, that's how you know you're going to be a racing driver, when your dad and your mum call you after it. I can't wait. This is...
And you got a lot of money.
That's true. I can't wait in Formula 1 in years gone by when we hear, yep, this is my son, the McLaren P1. As well. And it's like, come on.
Here's my lovely son, the Bugatti Veyron.
Is that going to be Zach Brown's next thing, where if a McLaren win the championship, he has to name his next son after the McLaren P1?
Yes, that is the next thing.
Not a bad car, to be fair.
It's not a bad car. Although it's now no longer the hypercar, is it, as well, on the field? It's,
no, the Senna is, isn't it?
The Senna. Even the Senna has been out-Sennaed. McLaren are developing a new one. Yeah, the McLaren are developing a new one already.
Oh yeah, true.
It's hydrogen-based,
And they've obviously got their actual hypercar in the World Endurance Championship.
Yeah, and they're going to do a road-going version of it as well. You know, like how they did the McLaren F1. They're going to do a road-going version of it as well. That's what McLaren...
Why?
Why? Well, why not? Ford...
Who want to drive that?
Well, hang on a minute. The Ford GT40. You know, the Ferrari GT.
That actually looks good on a road.
Yeah, but, you know, McLaren F1.
You want to drive that looking like the biggest you-know-what on the road?
Oscar Piastri?
Worse or better than the Cybertruck?
I'd rather drive that. I'd never drive the Cybertruck.
Nothing is worse than that, to be fair.
The Cybertruck that, oh, don't worry, we can
car in
smash it.
existence.
What was Elon on when he dressed that up?
I don't think it's suitable for this broadcast.
Michael McDowell's actually making a challenge here, isn't he? SVG, I don't know if he's toying with him to make it an interesting race.
He's a good road course guy.
Yeah.
I remember 2 years ago, he absolutely dominated the Indy road course a while back. He's also got experience, I think, in sports cars. McDowell, so he's always been a pretty good road course racer. His lone Xfinity win also came at a road course.
It did, didn't it, actually? Yeah, you're right.
2016 Road America, I want to say it was.
Well, it's so exciting. TNT have gone to ad break for, I think, at least 5 minutes, so...
Hey, they finally edited it, so it says 9 to go on lap 12. See?
Yeah, there we go. So, Michael McDowell
I was correct, thank you very much.
Well, I never doubted you.
Hold on. You doubted me when I said it was round 2.
You weren't here last time out. I don't know where you were. I can't remember. Didn't I say...
I was producing it for USN.
What, the Cup Series last time out?
Was I? I don't know.
No, you were with me, because otherwise I was commentating on it.
Last weekend.
It
was Taunton. Yeah.
Ah, there you are. I can't remember where you go or not. SVG, though, closing up on McDowell, trying to find a slipstream manoeuvre, but not coming up just yet. 8 to go in stage 1. If SVG wants a clean sweep, he needs to pass McDowell very soon. He's got to think it's the Clipsal 500 to make a move. Now, of course, the Adelaide 500. That's an Abbott Road.
Point if SVG can get to the front and possibly win a stage. So if they get the lead, Steve, a lot of teams will pit with maybe 2 or 3 to go in stage 1. I think the 88, if they can get the lead, would not pit. They would take that playoff point in.
What? Oh.
Me's on camera.
It must be the end of the race.
He's doing a little bit of that.
So is it the end of the race for him?
No, it's 5 to go.
Ah, that's why he's here. He's giving it the Palou treatment. I mean, what is going on with IndyCar this year?
Or it might be that there is a battle for the lead between Dixon and Palou, and Dixon is currently leading.
Dixon has just taken the lead, so...
You are kidding me, right?
it's you are gonna be absolutely fuming if Scott Dixon wins this.
You might just join the box out of spite.
I might go and... No. Dixon, do not win this. Sinjic on the inside line of last year's winner Bowman, and there's a little bit of contact, a little bit of kissing. Door to door. And Bowman
romantic.
Why does it look like Omi when he's commentating is going Mamma Mia?
He's got that thing. If you ever watched him with the camera on,
So enthusiastic, I love it.
I punched the air.
Wait. Scott Dixon, Mamma Mia.
Hang on, could you do that again?
No.
Oh, because you know we put it on cameras. There. Okay, well, we're off camera now, go on.
No, because you've not pressed
Bowman around.
Bowman spun round, 360.
He got turned.
Oh, don't
He
tell
got
me.
turned, I think.
I thought we were on camera the first time anyway.
We weren't. No, he didn't. He just lost it. Bowman locked the rear.
Oh, never mind. Lack of talent. Never mind.
Last year's race. Well, to be fair, he did crash out here in huge style back in 22. Or was it 23? 23. Sorry, I keep thinking...
22, this track didn't even exist.
I keep thinking that 2 years ago was 22. I'm forgetting that we're in 25 and 2 years ago was 23.
You're old, JB.
Yeah, I did say earlier on that in the commentary, Lewis Hamilton's won so many British Grand Prix. If you go back to the last time a non-Lewis Hamilton British driver won the British Grand Prix...
Can someone tell Omi that the graphics look absolutely horrible on the right-hand side? Thank you.
I'll just leave it. I can't be bothered. We need to get him that new graphics pack because we sent it and it just doesn't work. No, if you remember, if you go back to the last British winner that wasn't Lewis Hamilton, and that's not to discredit Lewis Hamilton because the whole point of this is that he's won 9 Grand Prix. So if you go back to the last time anybody other than Lewis Hamilton as a British driver won, it was David Coulthard in 1999 and 2000. That's how long ago it was. David Coulthard.
But he's Scottish, though.
Yes.
So if you want to go further back...
It's Johnny Herbert.
Maybe Johnny Herbert.
In 1995. So, the last time...
I think it was his first Grand Prix win, correct me if I'm wrong.
It was, yeah. And he won later on in the year in Italy, and then he won his third and final Grand Prix in the Nürburgring. So he's one of 3 historic tracks. But the last time a proper British driver that wasn't Lewis Hamilton won the British Grand Prix was 30 years ago. And that's not to discredit David Coulthard or Lewis Hamilton, it's just facts, because, David is Scottish.
But British includes... I'm not going in to that.
Well, no, because it's a thing. Sir Jackie Stewart, British. Andy Murray, British. David Coulthard, Scottish. It just goes that way.
Under British.
No, you don't get it, do you?
Because Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the British Isles,
if you actually look at how many things have been invented in the world were invented by Scottish people, it's nearly everything we use nowadays. Everything was invented by the Scots and then outshipped to China. It's kind of weird how the world's worked out.
Sorry, say that again, JB?
I said it's weird how everything that's been invented is been made by invented by the Scottish and outshipped to China. It's quite ironic how it's all worked out.
You keep cutting out.
Oh, okay.
So I still didn't hear what you said.
I'm not going to do it again. I'll tell you on the break. Priest on the inside of Gibbs. Just rewind the YouTube stream.
Priest down the inside.
Gibbs nearly went to the wall there as well, actually, so he's getting a little bit out of shape.
Yeah.
How long to go for Omi until he calls? Is Dixon still leading?
Last lap.
It may or may not have just been the checkered flag to Scott Dixon.
No! Hang on.
Hey, we have a different winner finally.
Hang on a minute. I apologise for all that NASCAR videos, but for the end of season tape, I have to do this. I'll mute that. So, hang on a second. Finally, the streak is broken. I've screwed it up. Finally, the streak is broken. Scott Dixon wins at Mid-Ohio and beats Alex Palou. There you go. You got to do it for the end of season tape.
And that will forever be lost into this YouTube stream because JB will forget to clip that.
Nah, I've put a marker on it. It's fine. Larson's boxed. I've put a marker on it, so we're fine. 4 to go.
If you like it, then you put a marker on it.
Scott Dixon holds off Alex Palou at win. Lundgaard third, header awards.
Lundgaard third.
What the hell's going on in this sport?
Go right there. Only a matter of time till that guy wins. I don't care. For McLaren.
This is an interesting race. Palou did it all by himself, says JBSports. I'll have to take a look because we left to cover this and then the red flag came out. So yeah, it's been a weird one. 4 to go here at Chicago. It's been
a good day of racing though.
How amazing is it though that it's the one race where you leave halfway through?
Yeah, that's annoying. I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care. We had a fantastic British Grand Prix, and that's I think the best
I
one.
don't care. It's NASCAR.
Yeah, that's true. Into the pit lane because SVG and Christopher Bell.
That's not SVG.
Sorry, Tyler Gibbs. And the 20 of Christopher Bell as well. Because I was looking at SVG's name on the timing board because he's just dropped a second behind Michael McDowell, 3 to go. Look, it's been a long day, all right? I had to get up at 8. I had to get up at 7 o'clock.
Excuses.
And get to the commentary box. I know.
Excuses.
Also, I wasn't supposed to commentate on the F4 race with Omi, and I had to cover the F4 race with Omi.
Why?
I don't know. I think whoever he was supposed to have alongside him didn't turn up. I can't remember actually who was supposed to be there. There's the Max car. People said, oh, it's so bad that Fox have had a car sponsorship this weekend, Marcus Ericsson. We've literally got a Max car sponsored by TNT. Yeah, I mean, come on. In NASCAR, it's just everyone does it. Sky literally sponsored McLaren for a couple of years when they had tuned on the rear wing and the Sky Sports F1 logo. Oh, SVG boxes. Oh, that's a surprise. SVG comes down pit road. He's playing long game. And Christopher Bell, too fast entering. He gets a penalty from race control. JT's trying to nod to loud because he knew I said that on talkback.
What?
I'm off it. I'll let JT think about that one.
I don't understand. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Oh, there you go.
Than I do off the corner. I just cannot get to him. So 4 fresh Goodyear tires here for Shane Van Gisbergen, and we'll see how that pays off in stage 2.
What's up?
Oh, Obi.
What's Omi done? What?
Nothing.
I'll find out. Oh, this is getting crazy. Radio.
Trapped about 8 of them behind you. Have to do the same thing. I figured SVG would just do opposite. You'll have to go way back behind now, though.
Sounds to me like they may not even pit at the end of the stage, jump onto a one-stop strategy. So you look right here, 71's going to probably win the stage in a couple more laps. The 8 of Busch, Reddick, Briscoe, Priest, Chastain, Nemechek. You know, all these guys are committed. You can't pit at this point. SVG rejoined in 10th. You want to talk about having a pretty big gap to the field? He pitted. He's already in 10th with fresh tires. That radio on the 71 is more like, I think at this point we aren't going to pit. We're going to only pit one time a little bit later in the next stage. We'll see what they do. It's a road trip. We left one city, we're driving in the other. Do we want to stop once? I like to stop twice. I like to stretch my legs, Adam. I like to stop a couple times.
I like when you can flip the...
Okay. There was one time to meet that one. As they come in. 1 to go. Michael McDowell will take the first stage here to come into it. As he takes in. Well done, Michael, actually. What a setup he's had. Took the lead at lap 1, and he's in control at the moment. But will he box under the caution for the stage break? That's the question. So, JT, the question is, despite the red flag, how long were we racing for? Is it 42 minutes for stage 1?
Who are you?
What?
What is your purpose?
Sunshine! Sorry, sunshine in Chicago. I didn't expect that.
Lollipops.
I didn't expect to see sunshine in Chicago during a NASCAR race. It's caught me by surprise. Usually it's thunderstorms and rain and darkening light, and you know it's actually nice weather here today. That's actually a surprise. So it's taken 43 minutes plus a 10-minute red flag to get to the end of stage 1. It'll be Michael McDowell picking up some stage points that is critical in his campaign as he's still winless this year. Michael McDowell wins stage 1 of the Grant Park 165. More like it. What do you think then, JT, for stage 1 as we go into
Bush second.
Yeah.
Reddick third. Briscoe fourth. Priest fifth. Chastain sixth. John Hunter Nemechek seventh. As we have a look at highlights of stage 1, and of course they add that absolute massive tow truck fail which got broadcasted on international television, so I hope that whoever rigged that car up to that tow truck sees that, because they just got internationally humiliated on live TV. 25 laps ahead of us, seeing next stage number 2, and you can kind of see the track between buildings. And JB is too busy on his phone.
Yep, sorry. I'm waiting for the radio to come back. It's important though.
Sure.
Pit lane will be open soon. Let's see who does this stage by. So, yeah, McDowell, Bush, Reddick, Briscoe, Priest, top 5, Chastain, Nemechek, Zane, Smith, Austin, Hill. No, Gregson. What about top 10, as you said, GT? So, Jack, what did you make of stage 1 then as we get ready on to stage 2? Asks. Hello?
Hello.
What did you make of stage 1 then, JT? Because Jack's AFK.
It's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, was it? Do you reckon see it liven up as we go on?
Maybe.
I don't know, I'm starting to worry that I won't get sleep until I've called back to the commentary box.
This
at 1:30
relief lap
tomorrow.
sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. Chris Buescher is back on the lead lap after having those engine problems.
Where's your temperament, Dale? With your
I'm a little nervous. Zane Smith, who is in the same bracket with him, is running in the top 10 and very well capable of having a good day. Listen to some 71 radio.
This mileage looks good. We're going to stay out here. We're going to go to our window. We're going to stay in control of the race so we don't ever get in the back and get messed up. SPG is currently 11.
All right, that's a great look into the plan. So that tells me the 71's not going to pit here. I'm assuming the 8, the 45, most of the cars that chose not to pit are going to do the same thing. Get into our window. 54 laps to go in the race. We figure they can run about 36 laps. But remember, these yellow, they're almost 2.5 to 1. You're not using a lot of gas. Like, instead of a sprint, you're walking, right? You're not burning a whole lot. So these guys are saving gas right here, trying to run as far as they can. I think they're going to try to get to, like, lap probably, well, if you get to lap 40, you know you can make it. 75 lap race, that's 35 from the end. So I really think this is an interesting situation. The negative is the tires a little bit older. Marty, I don't think the tires hurt them as much, but when they do pit, they're going to need a lot of fuel, so their pit stop will be long. We'll just have to see how that plays out.
Tyler Reddick sitting in third. He'll be one of those that stays out, Steve. They will not come down pit road. So I think it's everything that you just talked about. They are a little concerned about tire wear. Billy Scott asked him, do you think the tires could make it another stint? He said the fronts are going away, but I think we would be fine. The other factor in all this, Steve, is that they are looking at the radar. There is rain not too terribly far away from Chicago, so you would rather not have made your pit stop at that point if there's a possibility of going to wets later in the race.
Yeah.
I think that what we off a cliff. That would be my concern.
Yeah, go
We're
jump off
seeing
a
good
cliff.
lap
I like
times. But you know, if you're trying to get to 35, 40,
That is not what I said.
No, that's what,
what if, you know, then you're bleeding a ton of time.
Junior said.
That would be the only worry.
I tell you, my concern, that's my first. My second and perhaps bigger concern is if we get a yellow a few laps before you have to pit and the field gets, you know, pushed back together, and then you pit under green and you sit there for 16 seconds filling up your gas tank when everybody else is on the racetrack, you're going to lose 10 spots just in the pit cycle. So, you know, I think it's a good idea for, say, Priest, Chastain, but McDowell had track position.
Yeah. Well, if I'm McDowell, I'm just looking at Shane Van Gisbergen.
You're racing one guy.
I'm racing one guy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, all right, if he drives to me and then by me, and then I'm bleeding a lot of time on old tires at the end of this stint, you know, a couple of guys faking.
A little head fake.
Yeah, a little fake. Here comes a few.
Zane Smith, top 10, same for Noah Gragson.
So they're the last two on tires. So now Dale's point about tires aging. Who's going to hurt the worst is the first guy with new tires behind it. I think Zane did just what you said, Dale. He looked in the mirror. He saw all those fresh tires. He goes, man, this is not going to go good. I'm not sure I can hold them off. And you can get put in the wall pretty easy as these guys with new tires are coming by you, putting in really bad spots.
That's right.
I like, though, and you guys talk about the battle here, and the two guys we've been focused on, Michael McDowell, Shane Van Gisbergen. I like the buffer on the restart between McDowell and Van Gisbergen and the room that he has to play in here. The big question, as you said, Steve, when you make that pit stop, how long do you have to sit for fuel, Marty?
Yes, this is the same Christopher Bell who pitted early and flipped the stage in stage one, but coming back down here because remember they got that speeding penalty that you mentioned, Adam. They're going to do a couple things here, put some new Goodyear tires on. Also, see, they had some tape over some brake ducts at the front. They're going to remove that tape for Christopher Bell as well. But when you get a speeding penalty, sometimes as a crew chief, Steve, it forces your hand.
You better open those brake ducts up. Christopher Bell's going to be busy back here in traffic.
Lineup shuffle as we get ready for stage 2. Michael McDowell leads.
Sunshine starting to break through the clouds here at Chicago. It's a weird weekend, but a lot of good action is coming your way. Jack, are you in the box?
Yeah, I had to move.
Hello, no worries. What did you make of stage 1?
It's just absolutely horrendous at first. I did see the end of the stage, though.
What did you make of it?
Not that interesting. We got some good moves. We got a nice little piler. And McDowell showing his strength on road courses. He did say earlier in the season, SVG is beatable. So far he's proving it.
Yeah, and we've got a couple more of the road courses coming through this year. That could be an interesting little...
Or next week.
Yeah, Sonoma. That's going to be a fascinating end to the year for that lovely track that used to host interesting races for IndyCar. Now NASCAR have it. I wish IndyCar would go back there, actually. It was always nice to have the season finale there. Kind of suited the atmosphere well. Don't know why Sonoma's not on the calendar, actually, as well. Think about all the tracks that are on IndyCar at the moment.
Because NASCAR basically, they have a lot of influence over the tracks they own. Also.
Yes.
And they basically told IndyCar they can, you know, how to put this up can't put it in TV appropriate ways, but you get what I mean.
NASCAR's very much just a big bully at the moment with those trucks.
Oh yeah.
What did I just...
Sonoma should be on the IndyCar calendar, it's not.
Yeah, because NASCAR's just a bully.
What, sorry?
TV appropriate ways.
Oh, he wants to swear.
What NASCAR probably is basically telling IndyCar to do, like try kicking Texas off the schedule and stuff.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Your auto, home, and business today at progressive.com. Some great sights around the city of Chicago as we get set for stage number 2. And now our NASCAR In-Season Challenge update presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's welcome in Larry McReynolds, Jeff Burton, and the Alt broadcast. What are you guys watching here as we get ready for stage 2?
Well, Adam, I'm watching Chase Elliott and John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek qualified 25th, Elliott out back. John Hunter Nemechek inside the top 10. Chase Elliott is not, but I think we got two different strategies. The 42 on a one-stop, Chase Elliott and 9 on a two-stop strategy.
Ty Gibbs, A.J. Allmendinger, two guys that are very good road racers. I think guys you could consider a little outside, but favorites going into this race. They're on the same strategy. They've been running together all day long. They're both fierce competitors. That battle's just started. That's going to rage on.
I'm just glad that we had this update this week with these two, and it wasn't all doom and gloom about the bracket that was busted. Yeah. I mean, last week, it was major disappointment for the guys on the Altcast. This week, just giving a little thought on strategy, drivers to watch. I feel much better about their situation this week.
Just a couple matchups, nothing really to highlight.
Well, last week they were angry.
They were.
Because they knew they had lost.
Look at this. Look at this. With Brad officially out, this upset continues. Our man, Ty Dillon, has eliminated Brad K because he retired from the event. On the other side, we're going to do the same thing. This is kind of like we're officially, this is like an election night. We have called it for the Reddick-Hocebar battle.
Not all precincts are reporting.
Yeah, no,
we feel comfortable calling this one.
With 7 precincts reporting, we're giving it to Reddick over Hocebar.
Danielle, tell us about the race leader.
Michael McDowell, hard to believe, but true. The team telling Michael this is the first stage win in our organization's history. Travis Peterson, crew chief, also told his driver, we're going to build a lead. You have 8 cars between you and SVG. You're going to build a buffer and drive away.
Well, they've been checking boxes over there this year. Got their first pole, now a stage victory. Good stuff for Spire.
Dale pointed it out. They're racing one car. They know their pits will be longer. They need to get out in clean air and stretch that gap, because that 88 with SVG is going to show you that he not only is fast, but he knows how to make passes. 5th row inside that white car. This is on board. John Hunter Nemechek in front. It's going to be fun to watch, Dale.
Absolutely. We made into this stage just a little bit. Going to get the green flag with 22 or 21 laps to go in the stage.
Here we
Which
go.
is a bit of an advantage or advantage to the 71 car McDowell.
Ready for stage 2 of the Grant Park 165. McDowell and Bush, Reddick, Briscoe, Priest, Chastain, and SVG's down in 9th. Out of the last corner. Foot to the floor, green flag's out. NASCAR is racing again in Chicago for stage 2. And McDowell's got a great restart. Bush hasn't even attempted anything. And Reddick's going to try and have a little lunge. Here comes the 19 of Briscoe with 3 wide into turn 1. They all make it through cleanly. That's a surprise. Briscoe, Priest, and Chastain coming in. Reddick's in there too, as Reddick has the inside line on Briscoe and makes his way back up into 3rd place. SVG, though, down to 10th, loses out to Gibbs as the sun shines out now down Boulevard. And so far, JT, good, calm restart from everyone.
At the moment, yes, a calm restart from everyone. Down in towards the crunch point at turn 4, the first major crunch point of this circuit, you could say. Now down to the second major crunch point of turn 6, where you could say the first major crunch point is turn 1, then turn 4, then turn 6. But up the inside of the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, that move is complete. And that was Van Gisbergen, and we were on board with now Logano around the outside of Nemechek. Nemechek could be dropping 2 places in 1 lap here.
Yeah, got to be careful on that restart as well. Logano is a mad one, and so far he's trying to get back and redeem Penske's day. They've had a horrible run. in IndyCar. Will Power out. Just got him flying towards the barrier.
Spin up.
Oh,
and
it's
that's
Bubba.
23th Bubba Wallace.
Don't reverse, Bubba. Stay where you are. And Jack, he's a linchpin now, isn't he? He's stuck. He can't do a thing until now.
Alright, now he can go. That's unfortunate for Bubba. Not usually a very good road course racer. But you reckon he got turned there? Do you reckon?
From the angle, I'd say possibly. I don't believe that was just him dropping it, because how would you drop it?
Where's SVG?
Carson Hocevar moment.
Oh, that's true.
Well, Carson just entered the corner too quickly.
He drifted out wide. 50 laps to go.
May or may not see a replay since it is NASCAR.
That is true. And SVG passes the 33.
We'll get the onboard anyway on Twitter somewhere.
Hill's gone through. Here is SVG now. It's a pretty landscape. Oh, here we go. We're going to get a replay of it. Yeah, Bubba's got turned by the 5 by Kyle Larson.
That wasn't exactly the ideal move there, mate.
Justin Haley was in there too. He was just getting at the back of it, JT. But yeah, Bubba getting spun around. Larson will face surely a penalty then for the shirts.
Maybe, but it is NASCAR, so we'll see.
Did well actually not to knock the tyre barrier out of the way for Bubba. That would have put out the caution. Turn here for Arby's. Bubba turned the wrong way.
Why is the McDonald's sponsored car going to Arby's?
Da -da -da -da. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to think of a good one. I had it and I lost it. Da -da -da -da. His sponsor's gone.
That's just a normal sigh from me.
Oh.
Shocking behaviour, but not as shocking as taking it away, taking the IndyCar away from Omi.
I didn't say anything. It's just okay. So far, Storm's staying north, by the way.
I will say that, can I just, random thing about Arby's, I'm shocked at the amount of different fast food places all in America. It's insane.
They've got good...
Is Omi near a microphone?
Omi, you in the commentary box?
He's here,
he's on mute.
But I don't know if he's near a microphone.
SVG is carving his way through the field right now like a hot knife through butter. And there's Reddick making his way through.
He's not near a microphone because he's not answering, which means he's probably in bed.
Well, he has been up an incredibly long time. And he's covered a lot this weekend as well.
Oh, he's eaten.
I thought he'd already eaten. Didn't he tell me and you earlier on he'd already eaten?
Imagine eating.
I had a Sunday dinner that brought to me in the commentary box as well. Very nicely done as well.
And then you abandoned me for bourbon.
A bourbon fudge brownie millionaire shortbread combo, yeah.
Jack, this one saw a message with the word bourbon in it, immediately left the commentary box with no world audio, no nothing, and completely left me on my own, even with the camera on. So I couldn't throw down to...
You mean like the biscuit, right?
Yes, I couldn't...
acceptable in my opinion.
Thank you, Jack.
I couldn't even throw down to World V because I was still on camera.
Even Omi agreed. And I left you with Megan. It's not my fault Megan left the commentary box. I went in and I got myself one of these millionaire shortbread brownie fudge bourbon creation, and let me tell you something, they're delicious. I had 2 in the space of 10 minutes. And maybe a fat little piggy, but still. I eat and I eat and I eat and I eat. I might go cycling tomorrow morning before I'm needed at Wimbledon. That might be nice. A cycle. Is it a nice day tomorrow? Anyone know?
If you go missing, then I know why.
20 degrees. Yes, it will be nice.
Grimsby man gone for a bike ride before Wimbledon does not return to commentary box.
Live from Waltham Windmill. No, in all honesty though, I love bike riding. It's just the last time I went bike riding, I went in early March, and I went from Grimsby to Humberston, and I nearly died. It was so cold. I was freezing. My thighs had frozen up. I literally got to my friend's house and I needed to stand in front of the radiator to thaw out for a few minutes. It was awful. I said, I'm not biking back. She ended up putting the bike in the shed actually as well. I got the bus back. I was like, no, not doing it, not cycling back. I'll put my bike
SVG to the inside.
SVG passes Bush for third. So SVG now making his way through the field. Again, no one can beat him on these circuits. He is unstoppable. And he's now...
Apart from Michael McDowell.
Well, no, because last year he got taken out. Who took him out last year?
Briscoe.
Well, yes, because Michael McDowell won stage 1 and is still currently leading.
Yeah.
And that's the 21 of Josh Berry around, and that is a very smashed up front. Will we get a caution?
That's going to have to be... Oh, I don't know about that. Do not swing it back around.
The wall's moved.
Yeah, this will be a caution. Wall's moved. It might even be a red flag to get that sorted.
I think we'll be fine. I don't think we need a red flag.
Well, it is a safety matter.
Not when they move as slow as they do.
It's a safety matter, though. Don't want that breaking apart and... Well, we'll have to go caution because Berry's just stationary. Elliott's gone through. We're now looking at it now, actually, with Josh Berry. He's stopped coming out 10-7. Yeah, I can see him down on the gyro tracker. He's number 31, yeah. Still green so far. No change in our schedule here as we continue on for the Grant Park 165. SVG's just in the fastest lap of the race, by the way. 90.383 seconds. So
he's cooking. Well, I've got to say, he is cooking.
Bubba's into the pits, thinking of a caution. So stopping, new tyres, fuel up and go. Not a bad idea from the 23 McDonald's car. Not to disrespect anything, but I had a Burger King the other week at a train station, and I enjoyed it more than I did ever at McDonald's in the past couple of months. And Berry's still stationary. Right, so we've got a car in harm's way with the field coming back through again. The wall's moved and no caution. What are NASCAR doing right now? Where is the yellow? Where's the yellow flag? Go on.
He's in probably one of the safest areas of the track. Even though he's on the track, he's probably in one of the safest areas of the track.
Caution's
and now
out.
we go caution.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, but where the reason they don't go caution straight away is because he moved to probably one of the safest places on the circuit. Let me get a map up and show you.
Well, I've got a driver track. I can see what you mean. I know where he's gone. Yeah, I see what you mean. I agree with you.
The outside of the semicircle where you can't physically get any car.
Yeah, I see where you are, yeah. So caution's out again then here, as pit stops are happening.
You also see Chase Briscoe leaving pit road as well. The same exact strategy James Small used at Pocono to get Briscoe that win. They pitted thinking a caution might come out because the 21 was spun on the racetrack, Adam, and guess what? It did come out, and now they could be done pitting for the rest of the day.
There were multiple cars that were able to take advantage of this right here. The 22 of Josh Berry spun out into the fence. Let's take a look at the crash and see exactly how this happened. Down into turn 7.
Okay, let's take a look at it. Oh, that's going to be
That is an Eric Jones moment. Or do you reckon there's contact, or do you reckon he just lost it? It looked very close.
Let's take a look.
I think Eric Jones gets into him.
Yeah, he does. He hits it once and twice. Backs it around. On board.
Here you go.
Yeah, he taps him.
Like, just a light tap.
Love tap! Da da da!
That is... I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, alright, that's going to have to
go. Because to your point, NASCAR, and I don't love that it took this long for the yellow to come out. I thought there was more opportunity to throw this yellow. What I will agree with is they let the whole field come by pit road entry. They didn't split it. Everyone had the chance to come to pit road if you thought that was the right strategy. So so few of the cars did, that tells me we're too far out. But I agree with you, Dale. Long time for the yellow to come out. We'll see if this fuel mileage gamble pays off for the 45 and the 19.
Third caution of the day for Josh Berry. We're back in a moment. It's NASCAR on TNT.
So we are waiting for the resumption of the race. We are on lap 12 of 25 of stage 2 here at Chicago. It's lap 32 of 75 overall. The caution is out and the pace car is backing the field up. Another road course next weekend. We are at Sonoma for what is going to be a fascinating round of the championship. And JT, correct me if I'm wrong, with the start times, I should be able to call that race as well as IndyCar.
Well, after what happened previously on the commentators chart, I don't do the schedules anymore because you do them. So I haven't looked at schedules for weeks, so I don't know. You tell me.
You could do the schedule, you know.
No.
I just took over the schedule when you were busy. And then I do it every now and then.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, there was an error with the audio, and then didn't I make the same one as well? I love how JT's now just sipping out the same water bottle that I have as well with brother. Hey, what have you got in yours?
Fanta.
Ah, Vimto.
Yes, I put fizzy stuff in a water bottle. It doesn't explode because the cap isn't fully screwed on.
I should remember that so I can put one in mine because I've been having. I could have put Coke in now. Oh, I'll think about that.
So hold on. Hold on. That can be taken very out of context, Mr. Joshua Birch.
Coca-Cola.
Thank you.
Adam Alexander, get us out of this! Now. Right, their talkback system is not good. Right, come on. I hate him breathing.
Oh, sorry, did I become Chris McCarthy for a moment? Has Obi stopped stuffing his mouth yet? Omi?
No, he hasn't.
I take that as a no.
Let's go back over.
Michael McDowell leading under caution at Chicago. Hey. Here's 71 Team Radio.
I figured we should have pitted there, right? We're not close enough to the window to make it. Obviously, these guys are probably going to try. I'd been thinking about it, but we needed a few more laps.
So let's see if they choose to jump strategy. They do. So that was the radio before this pit road opened. What he was talking about are the guys that came before the caution. 71 chooses to pit now. Let's see, Danielle.
Steve, they just came on the radio. Michael McDowell just said the throttle is stuck. The throttle is stuck. They're going to take a look at it. Stuck at 75%.
Phil Pod, go get in that fucking...
Something looked weird. I thought he was cleaning up his rear tires, but coming up over the hill, he does a burnout, which is not crazy. But then he's like up next to the pace car. I'm like, man, it just kind of failed the eye test. Take a look at this, Dale. See what you think. I mean, he shouldn't.
So that takes McDowell out of it then.
Yeah, that is pretty
weird.
weird.
Then put
so the throttle he's saying is
in the lead.
Yeah, SVG has the lead of the race again.
Oh, he's locked the fronts up right there, trying to stop the car from...
Yeah, SVG leads.
So now, what I was going to say is
I'm
I
going
actually
to repeat
love
it again
the 71 jumping on this strategy because I thought their whole one-stop thing...
McDowell's throttle was stuck at 75%.
Oh... I think they fixed it.
Like they believe that they have fixed whatever the issue was, but I'll
promise there now.
Well, but listen, man, like there are 90-degree corners everywhere we go with very little runoff. As a race car driver, how do you feel about this?
That's my point, is that as a driver, even though maybe they've got this issue fixed, will it come back? Where will it come back? Could it come back? I'll be honest, I mean, I'm terrified as a driver, right? To be thinking that I could, have this problem reoccur at full speed.
I'm disappointed for Spire as an organization because you put 2 cars in the top 5, you lead all these laps, you win a stage for the first time, Hocevar involved in the crash, and now all the things that are going on with McDowell.
I know you say that, but if this issue's fixed, I don't hate where they are, full of fuel right here with 43 to go. Danielle, what's the update on the 71?
Talking about fuel, he said, we are full be on max save. Michael McDowell just came on the radio and said, I hope I don't blow up here. And they said, we think we have your throttle issue fixed. You should be good.
So, look, it's not ideal, but when you have an issue, you got to go to plan B. Go to plan, your flight's canceled. What do? You got to find another way. So that's what they've done right here. They've done a really nice job of working on this mechanical issue. I'm with you, Dale. I have empathy for Michael, who's going to be asked to do here at a very dangerous race course. But there are some options with 43 to go where the fuel and the cautions, potentially some rain. You don't want to turn away at this point. There's a lot going on. It's going to get chaotic.
Listen in.
Gotta come to you. The throttle's stuck.
So it shut off at coasting, so we probably shut the engine off because it was over revving.
312, 4160. Right here, guys. I'm gonna try to start it, but we might need to pop the hood here.
Guys, 4 tire and fuel. You let me know what you got, and we're gonna be ready to go over and look under the hood, guys.
Talk about them saving fuel. You got these caution laps. We're going to get the stage break here in 13 laps. You get another caution there. You can save some more fuel just looking ahead at their opportunities in that regard. Go inside the race with Max, home of the NASCAR driver cam presented by DraftKings Sportsbook and Straight Talk Wireless. Access every in-car camera with real-time driver data, multi-view options, and full-time team audio. Watch NASCAR driver cam all season long only on Max. I like this restart out front. I mean, 2 studs on the road. Shane Van Gisbergen, AJ Allmendinger.
I was like, what? SVG leads again from AJ Allmendinger. We're racing again with halfway to go in stage 2. Over the line we go down towards turn 1, and SVG now has clear control after the issue. Here we go, back to turn 1.
Thank you, there we go.
The 8 car going around the outside now as well. Kyle Busch just touching the wall. Beautiful sunshine now. It looks like we're in Adelaide. This is what we were supposed to get when we were racing in Chicago. Beautiful sunny conditions, not the wet weather and dark clouds we've been having. Michael McDowell's back in pit road though, JT. I think that might be, well, it definitely is race win done. Might be even day done if you can't get that sorted. We're going 3 wide to the braking zone.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see that, but it's currently Allmendinger in second behind SVG. Then it's Priest third, Busch fourth, Chastain fifth, Gibbs sixth, Logano seventh, Blaney eighth. Still with that damage, I believe. Larson ninth after him getting a bump start, and Jones is in 10th, but that is up the inside, side by side. And this is Busch, Blaney, Logano all getting involved.
Oh,
and
Busch
he's sliding Busch around.
Oh, Busch around.
And we're going to nearly
too.
have a park as well. They're all going to get through okay. Busch's going to get out of it and drive out wide. That's smart there from Kyle. Get out of the way of everybody and not cause an accident. But that was almost the big one, and another roadblock. He's going to restart the car, loop it back around, and Kyle Busch gets going. Smart driving from him, actually, to get out of the way, and it wasn't his fault. He got turned around. Go on. Well, we stay green.
Back Wimbledon.
Ah, Wimbledon's ending. Oh, fantastic. Go on. We'll go off camera
Very
then.
soon.
Go on, Jack.
I'll go over what's going on in Wimbledon just quickly. Deuce in the 4th set currently. Alcaraz has had match point though.
Ah, so they're getting ready to end it. That's why JT's
It's
off
quite
to
close.
cover it. Yeah.
Rubled's given him a good fight though.
So JT's off to cover it as we now see the 38, the 10 bang door mirror to door mirror, Jack.
Yeah, with the which car is that? Is that the 38? I think.
Yeah,
of
it's
Zane
38.
Smith.
Yeah. and Ty Dillon in the 10. And we've got Riley Herbst and Denny Hamlin. Hamlin's actually fought his way back from the back of the grid up into 21st place, up 19 places here at Chicago. That's very much decent from him. After blowing an engine, literally at turn 1, opening second of practice. Couldn't qualify. His first laps on this track this year have been today, Jack. It's been madness for him.
Yeah, it's been a solid race so far. A few crashes. As we see an inside move that the cameras don't focus on. As you can see Denny Hamlin making a move there on, I think that's Riley Herbst. Riley, nearly gets side slammed by his teammate.
Yeah, it's Bubba.
Bubba Wallace.
Again, finding the way through.
Hello.
Omi's alive! Hello! How did you find the end of that incredible IndyCar race that was boring for 95% of it, and then the final 5% was fantastic after Pelot made an unforced error?
Yeah, it was very good, and very good to commentate at the end as well. So yeah, that was quite a lot of fun. Also, as Wimbledon is coming to a close, today was the first day where we had JBMotorsports, JBMotorsports 2, and JBSportsX all live at once as well. It was during the British Grand Prix where I was live for Fracca and GB3, and of course Wimbledon was going on at the same time.
A trio of channels live for the first time. And
Omi.
Yeah?
Fracca's where Freddie Slater races, correct?
Yeah.
I've heard a rumour about him in F3 next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard Trident personally, I just thought I'd put that up.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I know.
I've heard Trident.
is he going to Trident? That's
what I've heard.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, that's getting
Deserves
better.
it, he's fast.
I'll tell you one thing though, I miss the fact that he did so well in Bahrain and can't do the rest of the year.
And you didn't even get to commentate that.
No. It was really annoying. It was the weekend I had off for Formula 3 as well. Still, if next year's goes to plan, we'll sort that out easy. But yeah, so, I didn't even realise that until you mentioned it. It was the first time all 3 channels had been live at the same time. Wow.
That was like a complete success.
Wimbledon has been going incredibly well. Oh,
no.
That's Michael McDowell out of the race.
What a brilliant day that could have been for Michael McDowell, and it's going to end in the garage. That's really unfortunate for McDowell. Just can't seem to catch a break at the moment.
It's going to take forever to get this fixed through the car.
It's going to take forever to get this fixed, unfortunately. 10.5 thousand viewers on the coverage so far at Wimbledon, just to let you know.
What, is that total?
In total, yeah. 8,000 that
good
as well, coming on one broadcast as well. But yeah, 10.5 thousand on our Wimbledon coverage so far.
What's the most concurrent viewers you've had?
I have no idea. I don't get that type of information at the moment because the channel is just so basic.
That's what I like. When it comes to analytics, I focus on concurrent viewers because that gives you audience retention stats essentially.
Yeah. Well, I know it works. I'm part of the YouTube Partner Program.
Yeah. Yeah, I stream for fun. You actually make money.
Little bit. I get all that data in analytics. If I go to the main channel, it tells you in analytics. So the main channel in the past month has had 150,000 viewers. That's because we've had everything else. Tell you what, JB2's blown up a lot. Thanks to the IndyCar.
What, with the Fracca coverage?
Yes, and the MotoGP.
That's good. Good to hear.
But we're back to our normal MotoGP routes now that we've done the British Grand Prix. So it will be practice and qualifying on JB2, the races on JB Motorsports. As into the pits comes the #1 car of Ross Chastain, and he'll leave the pit lane with a new set of boots and a bit more fuel with 8 to go in stage 2. This is now where we're going to start seeing the drivers toy with boxing early so that they can go longer in stage 3. Because stage 3 is a long one, 45 to 75. It's a 30-lap dash. Which realistically...
I really like...
Yeah, go on.
I just want to say I really like that scheme that Ross has. It looks so good.
It's more pretty,
the
isn't
like
it?
Apple
Yeah.
one.
It is
One
more
of my favourite
pretty.
schemes all year.
Yeah.
I know some of the people watching are obsessed with schemes, probably, though. I'm a big schemes person as well.
Just having a look with all of the action today from social media.
Nice.
So far, been a great day of racing. Especially in the back at home for us. Into the pit lane comes is it? No, sorry. I was about to say Brad. No, Ryan Preece has just come into the pit lane.
There's a rivalry going on. If you're still at Silverstone this evening, which I know it's 9 o'clock, but they do have the Sunday evening festival, which goes on until like 1 a.m. in the morning.
Is that like music?
Yeah, down at the
Who's
Grand
playing?
Station. I don't know. But that's not my point anyway. If you're still at Silverstone, head down to the fan food zone where we have, I believe, Guy Martin and Gordon Ramsay having a cook-off. So head down there for some grub if you're at Silverstone. Ooh. Wish I was there now. I'm really glad that Jamie Oliver's not there. I hate Jamie Oliver. He ruined school dinners for kids. Especially me. I was part of that generation. I hate Jamie Oliver with a passion. And JT's frightening us with a wet tyre. If you ever feel useless, just remember that Formula 1 has a wet weather tyre. It wasn't there today. It wasn't there. There was absolutely no need for the wets today at all. They were completely never used. As Megan said in the commentary, we had, what was it? C2, C3, C4 and intermediate. The only tyre we didn't have was the full wet weather tyre. And we had a monsoon in the middle of the race. How bad are they that they don't want to put them on? It's ridiculous.
They're a survival tyre, essentially. So.
Yeah.
For goodness me. What a race that was, though.
It was such a good race.
22 was better, but this was still really good.
Really? I don't think...
I think 22 was better.
Yeah, I can see your point with the through goes how much in the side by side. Yeah, I agree. Oh, 78. Catherine Legg.
Oh, Catherine
is backwards and sideways. A little bit of fuel exhaust with a bit of flame.
She's good.
She's in the firing line. She can restart the car. Where was Catherine running? 24th in the field.
Back, probably. Really?
Yeah, she was only on the first page.
For a live fast car, that's really good.
Is she going to drop it or does she get tabbed? She turns in, rear stepped out loose. Yeah, she dropped it. Oh, and whacks the tyre barrier, but hits it in such a way, I think Jacket's bounced back. Yeah, she got so lucky there. She hit it at just the right angle.
Much damage.
No, she hit that at just the right angle.
Although, back on our point, I think that 22 was better from more of a racing perspective.
Yeah, with the side-by-side drama.
From a racing perspective, absolutely was better.
Yeah.
That's kind of more my perspective. This was very good from an entertainment standpoint.
Yes.
And I don't, as a McLaren fan, I did not care about our win. I cared about Nico.
Everybody cared about Nico. I think I went nuts for Lando winning. I think I went even more crazy. And I felt it more for Nico getting the podium. I was punching the air in the commentary box. I think...
same.
I genuinely thought at one point I punched Megan in the face. I was going like, because she was standing right here next to me, and I was going, yeah, Nico wins. I thought I punched her in the face at one point. So, wow. I didn't.
What a day.
And Nico.
And as well as that.
Straight in the face. She clawed me today in the commentary box. During one of the things, she wanted to say something, and she dug her nails into me. She hasn't done that in a while. So it's obviously something I wouldn't shut up about. I think it was when the RB of Lawson flew off the track earlier on in the race.
Yeah. Oh, man. But Nico, do you want to know who holds the record now, though, for most podiums, most starts to that podium?
It's Adrian Sutil.
Correct.
Hey, I know my stats.
I'm testing you there. I think, correct me if I'm wrong as well, and I think, who just hit the wall there?
SVG.
Joe. SVG, really?
SVG brushed the wall, yeah.
These stock cars can take anything, though.
Kyle Busch.
Penalty Kyle Busch.
What? Oh, driving through too many pits. I had to take an info there to make sure that was all right.
Yep.
And Larson comes in. JT texted me. Right, JT, I haven't got it on my phone. It won't come through. Oh, hello.
That's me leaking all your messages live on air.
Oh yeah, fourth time by the backstretch. Have we said Byron is done for the day? Focus. And then an information. JT just sends me rubbish. I barely respond. I think I said one thing earlier on. JT just sends me information. I think he knows if he needs to get hold of me, he texts me important information. Omi does the same thing. What is he doing? Andy Murray.
Sorry, just one random thing. Can we put it in perspective that Nico Hulkenberg had to wait longer for his first podium than Sergio Perez for his first win?
Right, Omi, I know you're texting me, but...
Hello.
Hello, JT.
Absolutely beautiful information.
It's quite comical, actually, because JT's profile picture on my phone as a contact is his headshot.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah.
Beautiful.
I should think of something really weird for Omi as well, so I know when he calls me. I know, I've got it. I'll do it in the stage break. I'll get ready for it as well.
Did you see the thing that I put on the ticker?
I did. He won the golf. SVG's in for the bits.
Logano was in. He was saying that the rear tires, they're not sticking around like they used to, that they did earlier in the race, so they're going to make an adjustment for him. Just ahead of him was the 54.
Oh, man,
He needs more rear grip as the run goes on. You can see him exiting pit road right there, trying to chase SVG.
Omi's worked out what I was doing.
What were you going to put it as?
Alex Jakes. I was going to put his photo as Alex Jakes.
What? So every single time you message Omi, it looks like you're messaging the real Alex Jakes because you've not got Alex Jakes' phone number, so that's your way of dealing with it.
I've got Alex Jakes' contact details. I have his phone number.
Sure.
No, but let me just lead you off the people whose phone numbers I do have. I have world champions in my contact list. I've got Mark Blundell's phone number.
Wow.
So, let me have a look here. Who's my most famous in the phone?
This is my petition to get JB in the centre wall box.
Literally, I have Mark Blundell. I can't say all of them on air because I'll tell you. Hang on. Yeah, my centre wall would be amazing. We're back on air now, but yeah, my centre wall would be fantastic.
Well, the thing on like Michael McIntyre.
Yeah.
I would love that. Like, just send an a random weird message to everyone in JB's contact.
Off! Is that Reddick going? Who was that in the wall?
No,
it's a 47.
That is Ricky Spinhouse Jr.
Ricky doing Ricky things.
Or Recky Spinhouse, as Denny accidentally said on his podcast once.
Can I just point out also, I praised him in a bit. How good was Lance Stroll today?
Oh, I know.
It's just,
every like twice every year, he just turns into the rebirth of Ayrton Senna.
Yeah, I said when it rains, he reminds me of a Finnish driver, like Hakkinen, and he's so good.
He is fast in the rain. It's shocking. Everywhere else, He's about as slow as Jeremy Clarkson's tractor.
I'm glad you heard that as
God.
well, yeah. Ryan Blaney! This is how bad, by the way, the stages are here, because Shane Van Gisbert's got this one in the bag. He's got the net lead of the race, but we're at the end of the stage, and it's going to be Ryan Blaney who is going to take the green checkered flag and will win the second stage. But Briscoe, he's too far
Calm
back.
down, Omi.
What's Omi doing? Is it broadcastable? Oh, is it finished? Is Wimbledon finished? Out of the last corner. Briscoe's still trying. Few rain clouds above the circuit. Look, I'm done with rain today. I don't want any more of it, thank you very much. We sort of had our quota as they come through. What a nice final stage we could have. Green checkered flags around. Ryan Blaney wins stage 2 of the Grant Park 165. Well, what a nice run we've got coming up then. 30 laps left here at Chicago. And the caution comes out again. Stage 2 belongs to Vibrant. I can hear something in the background. Is that from me or what? I can hear a conversation, Jack, in the background, just let you know.
Jack, oh my god.
Jack! I can hear a conversation. Thanks. I can hear a conversation in the background.
Yeah, apologies. It's my brother and my mum. I'm in my living room right now, so.
Hello, you. Hello. Hope you're both okay. If you can hear me. Hello.
Hello, by the way.
Hello. I mean, we are live on air.
I know.
Nah, don't worry, mate. I find it quite funny. I was like,
Okay, I'll go on mute for a second. Hold
I was
on.
like, who's on the background? It's like, have you got the cricket on or something?
I've got tennis on, to be fair.
Ah, good tennis. Right, JT, the tennis match has finished.
Oh, God.
What? What? I think Omi's on a call with him. I think he's called out. I think, I don't know. This is getting ridiculous. It's a weird situation as we go on. Rather worryingly, I have text match back to that. No, that's because I've got a call with tomorrow. I haven't actually heard back from him. Probably asleep. Oh, hang on. I forgot another one. Hang on. Sorry. Jake Sanson in contact details. Should we remember that as well? Sanson's here. LA as well. Michael Hill. Will Wood. Got, last lap Lucy.
I thought you weren't listing them out on air.
I can list our colleagues out. I can't mention the other ones I've got on here. Now, if I wanted to, I could call a certain Sky Sports F1 commentator. Oh, 2 actually! I've just realised I've got somebody else. Oh, because I've got Karoon as well. I've just remembered that. I only know because I've gone through and there's Karoon. His number. Mark Blundell, yeah, got him.
I absolutely love the name that I have called you in the contact.
What, Budget Alex Jakes?
No, wait, no, that is perfect. I called him. I called him Omi Jakes, but budget Alex Jakes.
Budget Alex Jakes.
Wait, no. Alex Jakes from
Wish.
Team U.
Team U.
There we go.
Oh dear. How's your... Omi, are you still here? How is your TikTok going? Out of interest. Because you had a lot of interesting comments after Canada.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, I haven't had time to make some videos, so it's been a little bit slow lately, but I need to get it back going at some point.
No hands! Yes, you did.
Yeah, I need to work on my show reel soon as well. So yeah, quite a few things to do.
Yeah, it'd be good. To be fair, I'm really looking forward to a holiday.
Okay.
I think I deserve a week off. JT and Emmy now rolling their eyes.
Do you know what week it is as of yet?
No, I do not. I'll try and make it August the 8th. Because that's easier for you lot.
Hold on, why do I have to be here on August 8th?
Because Jackson Lambros never turns up.
Oh, right.
And it's a Portland weekend, so you'll be our relief. As
Oh,
JT
right,
will
okay.
be covering the NASCAR. Lambros, get your backside back in the commentary box. Right, a little bit of sideways. It's the pit lane comes the race leader.
And when they realized they were in position to win that second stage, Steve, Blaney says, I need more rear grip. You see the 12 pit crew going to work, 4 tires and 2 cans of fuel. Marty?
After contact with the wall yesterday in practice, it's been a rough go of it for Chase Elliott and Alan Gustafson today. They have worked their way from the back, and they got some stage points here in stage 2. Got 3 stage points out of that, but there is damage to the front end of the 9 car. Actually, fairly decent damage. So they're going to take as much time as they can here to repair that damage on the front end of the 9 car. But again, Alan Gustafson making that call to leave him out, get as many stage points as they can, and try and salvage something from the day.
Could there be an upset coming in the bracket? Last week's winner, Chase Elliott, and the man that Steve and I had winning it all in a tough situation here as far as track position goes, final stage, facing off with John Hunter Nemechek in the round of 16.
Under the hood here, trying to repair some of that damage in the front. I think that happened real early in the race. A big checkup in turn 11.
Using a little nap, trying to put it all back together here.
Not the brand placement they were looking for in this situation.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NASCAR Nation crew. Here's Shannon.
Hey, thanks so much, Adam. You really got to hate it for Michael McDowell. Led 31 laps out front for that many laps. Of course, they are now working on that race car 15 laps down, but this is really going to open things up for some of the other guys, right? Shane Van Gisbergen, we know that when this race starts in stage 3, he's going to have to show us what he's really got because he's going to have some traffic to deal with.
Yeah, and it's been a pretty calm race. I think so far we always had that huge wreck with Hocevar early on. But I would tell you that from this point on, everyone's it's going to be all take and no give. I think we're also going to see what Shane actually has. McDowell was super fast. I think SVG was pretty content riding there for a little bit. But we're going to find out right now what the 88 has.
I think what's really stuck out to me, one, that tires matter. We really haven't
way more than we thought.
Way more than we probably thought. We haven't really had a dry race here to know that was a factor, and I think that's changed some of the strategy. I think that will play out here as we go along. I think Eric Jones got incredibly lucky. I'm not sure how he's still running around after hitting the wall down there in 10 on the right side and the left side and still got away with it. That was impressive. And I got to give a shout out. Mamba calls him Tyrone Dillon, not just Ty. Moving on here in the bracket challenge. Who saw that one coming? Unbelievable run by him. That's amazing.
The other thing that's we don't know yet is that rain is on the way, and if that gets here before the end, that's going to change the whole complexion of this race.
I know you picked AJ Allmendinger to win this race. I mean, who are the other guys? And obviously we have to wait to see who's in the top 5, who's in the top 10, who can even try to make a move in the closing laps of this race.
He's going to say AJ because that's who
he's just going to say.
I like AJ's chances, guys.
Yeah, you like AJ? Oh, anyone else there, Jamie Mack? Let's put you on the spot a little bit.
No, I'm going to stick with who I picked at the beginning.
You're going to pick anyone can contend with Shane Van Gisbergen then? Besides Shane Van Gisbergen?
It'd be interesting to see if Reddick can make it on fuel. It's going to have a lot of caution laps here, but Reddick's really good at road racing, and we saw how well he did here last year.
All right, Adam, take it away.
Stage 3 exits the last corner, and we are racing again here at Chicago. Briscoe, Reddick, Bowman over the line. The green flag falls. We've got rain in the air. There's 27 laps to go. It's boogity time here at Chicago. And look who's up into third.
What is boogity time?
What?
What is boogity time?
Time to boogity, 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 boogity. Let's go racing.
Why do you not know that, Jack, as a NASCAR fan?
I do. It's just like I've never heard the phrase boogity time before.
Because I just said it for the first time. Anyway, let
He
me call...
invented it.
Yeah, let me call the race as we get now side by side down into the braking zone when 4 lanes become 2. I'm getting
Okay,
forced...
Chastain, that's not a smart move.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been forced out wide as well, coming through on the inside. Briscoe leads Reddick. Wallace is up to 3rd position. Bowman, Hamlin.
Cody Ware.
Nemechek in 6th. I was board, yeah. So there's 35 alongside on the inside. With Riley Herbst. Cody Ware's on board with now the Arby's. And, oh, yeah, well, can we have Arby's and McDonald's have a little bit of battle? Hang on a minute. Where did Suarez come from?
Good question.
Side by
Is that
side.
Suarez or is that... No, I think that might be Bell. I'm not sure. I couldn't
Bell's
see the
higher
number.
up. Bell's higher up, surely.
Is the dinger.
I don't like how the 3 lanes become like 1 in the space of a second. It's just incredibly difficult to keep the traction.
They don't crash, though.
Well, they do. We had
Well,
the red flag.
most of the time.
25% of the time they're okay. Why have we had another one? For God's... We've already got 3. What's going on? Okay, I come again. Why on WhatsApp? Right, okay. Briscoe, Reddick, Wallace, Hamlin, Van Gisbergen. He's up to 5th already, Jack. He's back up there.
There is no stopping the SVG.
Oh, contact! Bubba and Hamlin! Hamlin dies through on the inside.
Driver versus owner.
And Bubba was just a little bit much. Look at the rain that's coming into the circuit. It's starting to blow in here.
Interesting.
Rain, rain, more and more rain. Thank you very much. That's what we like to see.
I want to make a stat that I'm totally not stealing from Seth Eggert on Twitter. He said that if Chicago gets hit by rain today, it will be the first race in NASCAR history where its first 3 races have all been affected by rain. That is a stupid stat right there.
I hate this. I don't want it to rain. As Bubba gets tapped on the back by the 42, the Dollar Tree. Well, John Hunter Nemechek has made his way up the order quite successfully, but Bubba's dropped down a little bit. So he needs $1 over the line. Van Gisbergen's up into 4th position. Gibbs 5th. Wallace 6th.
And now he's chasing down Denny Hamlin.
I feel like the latest image I've just put in private manager's chat is going to become a meme.
Yes, probably. Oh my god.
I want to see this. Can I see this image or no?
Sure.
I want to see this.
Dear.
Is it perfect meme material?
I'm going to get bombarded now because little do these two know that WhatsApp is actually on my emergency bypass when I sleep because my friend texts me on there. So,
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so if she needs me...
You shouldn't have told us that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sorry, I just thought it DM.
I'm gonna be really like, oh great. So it's gonna be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my phone's gonna start ringing, and it's gonna be one of these two, like with the group chat going, hi! It's like, I like to.
Well, it's good if there's an emergency. What if you've fallen asleep at like 4 a.m. in the night? I don't know.
Yeah, what if I'm falling asleep in the middle of the night when I'm supposed to be asleep? Yeah, that's an emergency. Dear me, 25 laps to go.
There, now.
Beg pardon?
Could be a time where you are asleep trying to get rest between seconds.
No, you've gone again. I can't hear you now. It's like your microphone keeps disconnecting.
Joshua Birch!
Yes, hello.
Are you messing around with me?
I'm not touching a thing. Literally, the broadcast will back me up on this. You start talking
No,
and then you just go
he's
quiet.
right. He is right that you're literally just cutting out.
Into the pit lane comes the 10. Gone now.
There will be a time that you are getting sleep between sessions and we're covering something for you and something drastically goes wrong and we need to contact you.
Probably so. But then again, you both already have my number. Just gonna say.
But not through the emergency bypass.
That is true, because actually I'm gonna have a look at the emergency bypass and see who's actually on it. You've got to go into your sleep settings, dude. What would be under? Hang on a minute. Ah, screen, focus mode. Here we go. Sleep. People. No, JT, you're on it. Amy, David, Heather, you, JT, Kellyanne, Luke, Megan, Mum, home.
Wow.
Am I the only family on the bypass?
Say again?
Am I the only person not in your family on the bypass?
Amy, Heather, and Luke.
Ah. Okay, related to you then.
They're not related to me.
Alright.
I really hope they're not related to me, otherwise my friends group is really small. $23 laps to go.
That's just a you problem.
Reddick is right on the back of Briscoe here. Oh, SVG's not horrendously far behind either, you know.
It's like 3 seconds as the camera has a heart attack.
Yeah. Not horrendous. It's not like it's 20 seconds, is it though? I feel like every time SVG approaches someone to make an overtake, Jaws music should start playing.
No, I've got a better one. Get out of the way! I'm SVG! Get out of the way!
You just got SVG.
I love that video so much, I don't care what anyone says.
What, the Liam Lawson one or the SVG one?
The SVG one.
Yeah, me too.
I literally post that every time that SVG wins. I just post the "You've been SVG'd" one.
You didn't post it last night.
That's a good point.
Wow.
I did post it in a few other Discord servers though.
Say again, Amy.
When are you getting BMNG?
Oh, for God's sake! Can I've just done all the emulators. Hey, if I didn't have the PS2 and 1 emulator earlier, we would have had a very hard time filling here.
Well, you probably wouldn't fill it. You just hand over to the world feed, clever guy.
I couldn't stand the world feed talking anymore. We don't know if that's it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, right, sure, yeah.
Relatable when I listen to the Truck Series broadcasts.
Steel Joe says, I always find dominant wins boring, like nothing against the driver, but the fact that SVG could win the next 3 races, including today, and Xfinity gets boring. Yes.
I can get that. I respect it, but I can get that.
Especially as the fact is that everyone says, oh, SVG didn't deserve to be locked into the playoffs because he dominated Mexico. Why? Why doesn't he deserve to be there? But I get why he gets boring, I agree, but he deserves to be there because he's winning at tracks he can race at.
That was the most dominant run we've seen in a year, in like decades, at a track.
Christopher Bell went 3 in a row, and everyone said that was boring. Apart from Kota.
Those races, one of those races was very boring.
Which one was it? Kota was fantastic, though. Was it Bristol?
The one before Kota. Was it like Phoenix or something?
Oh, Phoenix, my God, we all prayed for death in Phoenix.
Was I in that one or no?
I can't remember. I think you were coaching.
I think I might have been, I don't know.
I tell you what though, everybody prayed for death at Bristol. My God.
Oh, yes.
That was the worst race of the year so far. Like, without a doubt, that one dragged. Jack, last week, we thought that dragged, didn't we? On the Saturday race.
Which one was
Atlanta, on the Saturday. Like,
it was an excellent race.
Yeah, but for the first...
It dragged, but it was an excellent race.
Yeah, it wouldn't end. That was the problem. It's a fantastic race. It just wouldn't end. It kept going on. What was it, 9 overtimes?
Which in normal circumstances would be fine.
Oh yeah, and I woke up to an essay by this guy when I woke up.
I was fuming. I got 2 hours sleep. I was fuming. I was done last week in Austria. Like, that's the main reason I said to Maddie, get me out of here. Let's go on holiday.
JB.
Yes.
Jack has thought of a new intro for Omi, which I may have to put into an AI voice thing and get a new jingle.
Why? Go on.
I think it's fantastic.
Hello everyone, Alex Jakes from TV here, live on JB Motorsports. Also, you are welcome for the full lyrics of Sweet Home Alabama.
Why are you sending him the full lyrics of Sweet Home Alabama?
Everybody, they'd rather do it now, Alex Bowman said, putting on the 4 tires, mostly struggling in the braking zones, but one issue he's having, his cool suit, not doing very well. They're having to shut off and get some power to it, even shut off the cool suit to help the brake fans, some sort of power issue.
So Bowman now doesn't have his cool suit on in conditions where it's roasting inside the car. Wow. Talk about dangerous.
A lot of the drivers don't bother.
Yeah. It was mandatory
Ricky
today.
Stenhouse doesn't bother.
It was mandatory today in IndyCar, the cool suit, because it was so hot inside.
Yeah, the problem is with the cool suit, it fails so often that a lot of drivers don't wear it. Ricky Stenhouse, good example. It failed on SVG yesterday.
It did,
and he ended up in the care centre for about an hour. And I saw some guy, by the way, in the reply sort of thing, he doesn't want to admit he cheated. And then, like, a minute later, he cleared inspection. Seriously, there's so many stupid people on the West Coast. And by the way, you know what? I actually am going to bring it up on the air. I'm going to bring up the Xfinity thing on the air. Fair or foul? What we think? SVG's move on to Illich.
I haven't seen it. You have to send that to me.
I thought fair, by the way.
I think it's borderline, but I think fair. It's not a normal track, is it? So I think fair.
I think if you were fine with Amarola's Phoenix move, you've got to be fine with this, because Amarola's Phoenix move. Yeah. In hindsight, I don't really have a problem with that one either. I just see it as insanely aggressive racing. Not like Sammy Smith, where he just flat out dumped the guy. And by the way, Sammy earned my respect back by dumping Chris Wright in qualifying, so... That's why Chris Wright didn't make the race yesterday, because Sammy dumped him in qualifying for blocking him.
It was a crash bang wallop situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll wait for Paul Xfinity Martinsville though.
The field spread out. SVG is now right behind Reddick, by the way, and Briscoe's just ahead, so we're going to have a 3-way fight to the end. I didn't realise he was going to send the whole thing. So we're hearing that the rain is not going to hit the circuit before the end of the race. We're going to be good. We've heard that before. Jack, one for you from Steel Joe. Did you see the video of Carson Hocebar touring Chicagoland Speedway?
Yes, I did see that. I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, I think. That was really cool to see. He said he got to the track early as well. He loves racing so much he got to the track so much earlier than everybody else.
On JB.
I thought it was a great video. It's really, because I do have a really nice fascination with abandoned tracks somewhat. Like, randomly I decided, like, you know me, randomly I decided to go to Battersea Park and just walk the length of the Formula E track, just for that. I have a fascination with abandoned tracks.
Biden walk with the... No? Right, okay.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Jesus Christ. JT says that... JT said in a text, I'm like Joe Biden, wanders off then randomly comes back. I was like, thanks for that. So I did the walk. So I did the little...
Does it also mean you fall off as you're entering your plane?
No, but I have done that several times. In fact, can I get this on camera? Is it still there or is it gone now? Oh, it's just fading, but I'll try and get my knee up. I've got a bruise on my leg from where I ran back into the commentary box about a week ago, and I whacked my arm on the bike that's in the side of the commentary box, on the pedal, and it hurt like a son of a gun.
Hold on.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, JT. All I got was that was hold on. What were we saying? Only fish can hear what you're saying, my friend.
That was like Morse code right there.
How the hell? How the hell did you hit your arm and get a bruise on your leg?
Because what you can't see at the side of the commentary box here is that there's actually a wardrobe. So when you come into the commentary box,
Body is beyond our understanding.
there's a little thing that covers the wardrobe door so it doesn't appear on stream. But I hit my arm with the wardrobe, fell, and whacked my leg on the side of the bike. No, you've gone again. Is something wrong with your headset?
You've gone again, mate.
You hit your arm on the bike. Is it the bike or the wardrobe?
No, did I say arm? I really am Joe Biden, aren't I? No, I hit my arm on the wardrobe and hit my leg on the bike. I sort of fell over.
I was going to say, he's got a bruise somewhere else. His body is just beyond our understanding.
Look, I could be worse. I could be like Donald Trump. I could be sat here going, you know, I think we should really do something about this SVG, because he's on the inside right now, going for it. And this is the lead of the race.
Smooth.
SVG leads with 16 to go here in Chicago.
That was smooth.
That was beautiful. Caution's out! Why is the caution out? What's happened? And TNT are going to a break. Stay! Come back! Don't go!
Comes out.
They've stayed. They've called it off. Why is the caution out? Yellows are out? No, they've gone off here. So what's happened? Yellows are out. We don't know why.
There looks like something going on there.
It's rain. Is it rain or lightning?
Let's have a look on Twitter. My favourite sort of information. Medical emergency.
Oh my.
According to Chris Knight, medical emergency.
Well, I hope everyone's
okay.
Yeah, that's not the best situation to come through with a medical
That
emergency.
is definitely one of the more unique cautions I've come across in my time.
Yeah. Oh my word! We've got a fire in Chicago.
I think it's
Fire or
low
is that clouds?
That's just low cloud.
Thank God for that.
I was going to say, that's a big fire if that's a fire. I think it's just fog.
It's a cloud cover.
It's fine. We've not got station 51 at the moment.
That is
Okay.
insane. I saw that. I thought, oh, there's a fire, but no, it's just. Are you sure it's low cloud cover?
Wait a second. You know that rain the radar's picking up?
Yeah.
Are we sure that's just not just the low clouds?
It could be, you know.
Because that's what happened in Pocono in 2016.
We were
Basically,
waiting
they
for
were
it,
all
yeah.
trying to go run for
as long as they could because they thought rain was going to hit the track. And then this fog bank decided to just appear over the track and just parked itself on the track. And that is how a...
Yeah?
Caution has been confirmed to get an ambulance to cross the track due to a spectator medical emergency.
I hope that spectator is okay. That's the worst thing to happen. Low cloud cover over Chicago as well. It's not a fire, thank God for that. I thought it was for a second. If you saw those pictures, you'd say, oh my word.
No, I think it was a cloud. But...
It was cloud. That was insane. I was going to say, what kind of fire is that in all over Chicago? It's like, oh, what? Low cloud cover. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. Did you just call me a Yorkshire Donald Trump?
Well, I think everyone can agree that Donald Trump impression was a Yorkshire man trying to do Donald Trump, and it sounded like Donald Trump with a Yorkshire accent.
Look, I can say something in proper Yorkshire accent that you lot wouldn't get.
Oh, go on then.
Are you arcing out?
Sorry, say that again.
Google Translate. You get
Are
that?
you arcing out?
Are you
arcing out? Are you arcing out?
Are you alkaline?
Are you coming out to play? Are you arcing out?
Are you sure you're speaking Yorkshire, not Welsh?
No, I'm speaking Yorkshire. Yorkshire dialect in certain regions, around about 50, 60 years ago, they just simplified words incredibly thingy, especially in local dialect. So you'd go and you'd talk by saying, basically, if you wanted to ask your friend, are you coming out to play? You'd say, are you arcing out? Are you coming out to play?
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Yeah. I just saw the video of the ambulance crossing the track.
Presented by Arby's. What a scene.
A little bit of weather.
Yeah, weather change.
Moving in, yeah.
Yeah, so that is actually rain and fog coming into the circuit. It's like 3 o'clock. It's like that scene in Doctor Who, or you know when, or War of the Worlds, when all the aliens come through. It's just dust. My goodness me. So caution's out for medical. And we're now staying behind. Let's cross over to our colleagues at TNT.
Understands he's in a great position. But we have so many of these great matchups. Busher, Zane Smith, they're nose to tail, 20th to 21st. Do you come get some tires? His tires the pathway. John Hunter Nemechek in 9th. Chase Elliott all the way back at 24th. Like, these could be the decisions that move you through the bracket. All right, Crew Chief 17, Busher's your guy. What are you doing? You want to race a Pocono? What are you doing?
I think if you're Austin Hill or anybody back there around 15th to 17th, you would try to come to pit road, and you're going to drag a ton of people with you. You might lose a couple spots, but it puts you on the offense late in this race. There's liable to be multiple yellows and multiple restarts where you need to be aggressive, and having that tire life and that ability to be aggressive on those tires on restarts may give you a chance to drive that car up into the top 10 late in this race.
Decision time. I'm assuming maybe it's going to stay out, but who doesn't?
Oh, the 45's coming. Wow.
Yeah, must have thought he needed fuel. 45, Blaney. Lap down behind him. Trying to see who else in the lead lap hits. Nemechek comes to pit road. Bush, so a few takers, Marty.
Steve, how about this play for Billy Scott and Tyler Reddick? Yes, this caution would have gotten them in terms of fuel what they needed to make it to the end of the race. But just what Junior said, he wanted to put his driver on offense. Tyler Reddick told Billy Scott, hey, I think I can keep up with them. If we have better tires than them, I feel good about it. Now, the question is, where is the 45 going to restart? Because it looks like a lonely pit road for this team. They're coming down and taking tires here for Tyler Reddick.
They didn't really draw a lot of cars down pit road behind them. Stenhouse, Herbst, Ware, Busher, Bell, even Bowman stays out on the racetrack. So he's going to line up just outside the top 15.
Going to get a restart, 12 laps to go. Tough situation for him.
Yeah, we got the weather moving in. It's it looks like it still might not get here. If we have, if we have a couple more cautions, we might get rather on a very tail end of the race, but...
And electricity is my concern because we have wet weather equipment. Yeah. So rain shower, I think we might be able to see some more racing, but electricity or lightning that could be an issue, yeah.
Ty Gibbs stays out here. He's third on the same strategy as race leader Shane Van Gisbergen.
Best we can tell, there's no weather coming, but certainly there's some lightning that is getting closer. And we have like some fog rolling in, and so who really knows?
Alan?
I'm with James Small, crew chief for Chase Briscoe. They had the option of coming in. You chose not to. What went behind that decision?
Lightning 14 miles away.
And then you look over the buildings there, the weather's kind of rolling in rapidly and it's cooled down a lot. So, you know, I feel like there was going to be a lot of cars that stayed out there. And, you know, we would have been buried. So we'll just have to see how it goes here. Hopefully we get some rain at the end and puts us on an equal playing field again.
He's absolutely right. You can see it over to his left and feel the temperature dropping. James Small making the call not to pit.
He and Reddick both on the same strategy. Reddick comes in, pits. Chase Briscoe stays out. Reminder, we're going next weekend racing in Sonoma. Xfinity Series taking care of business Saturday. Coverage on the CW begins 4 o'clock Eastern time.
You know, one thing, Busher stayed out.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for the restart shoot. They're coming into the choose rules as well, just before we go in. JT is studying that screen so hard right now, it's quite comical to see. What are you looking at? Hello.
I'm just looking at the absolutely amazing not camera work by this person trying to focus on the ABB sign. Let me guess. Oh, they're actually on air. I thought that was them off air, but no, that was actually on TNT Live.
I can see clearly now the car's good.
Also, the last time that this is the first time that an ambulance has had to cross a live NASCAR track in the top 3 National Touring Series since a 2007 race at Martinsville.
13 laps to go. We are racing with Shane Van Gisbergen leading the way from Tyler Gibbs coming through as they head down towards turn number 1. And now watch out for Briscoe under pressure. And I think Bubba's going to get a little tap into turn 1 if he's not careful. Yeah, there's the lap tap and there's the cars round.
Oh, Chastain.
And we're going to get away with it though. They keep the throttle down. Come on, guys, put your foot
Someone's
down.
Trapping.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's going to be out of it, surely. I think it is Cindric coming down.
Oh, Logano around.
Oh, hello. Yeah, Logano's into the wall, and there's another one round. That's the
I don't know who that is.
Is that Stenhouse again?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's got a broken
spot.
front left. So that's going to be stay green, but that is definitely Stenhouse out of the race this time. Look at the fog and the light and the rain just blowing in. We are about to have an almighty. Basically, imagine somebody who's vaping has blown the smoke out. That's exactly what the scene looks like in downtown Chicago right now.
Just like the average American college campus.
Okay.
I'm vaping.
Not just American, probably British as well, but let's not go there.
You're right. I've been to college. Yeah.
Good man.
That's good driving from Ricky.
Yeah.
But he's also blocked all the safety crew in.
Yeah, they'll move him.
Danger car. Let's take a look
Ricky
at it.
Stenhouse's middle name.
Right, so what happens here? So
Ricky Danger Car Stenhouse Jr.
Herb spins.
That is
Chastain.
basically what happened to Lawson earlier today.
Cindric got damage. He's crabbing. And yeah, well, that's just all sort of messed up. I knew Bubba would get a whack. They were all coming in way too quick into the braking zone. Riley Herbst just got whacked. Bubba gets a little tap, and then everyone else just go around to the barrier.
Then Stenhouse just Stenhoused it in turn 1, and then he Stenhoused it in turn 2 as well.
This is why I want to take Ricky into a quiet little dark room with a baseball bat.
And this is why there's 12 laps to go here in Chicago, and we are about to go caution.
Yep, yellow's out.
And a waved blue at turn 6, which must mean that there is an issue at turn 6. Yes, there is.
Cindric. Yeah.
That is Austin Cindric.
Broken rear right.
Because a waved blue here in NASCAR is basically a local yellow.
Yeah, because, you know, NASCAR's NASCAR. They're bit colorblind. Oh. Chicago is being closed off right now. We're getting in an interesting situation.
Weather searches Where is NASCAR racing this weekend?
Cloud City.
Windy City.
In fact, I think Lando Calrissian is now leading this race in the Millennium Falcon.
What?
Cloud City.
Oh, dear.
Lando Norris is actually named after Lando Calrissian as well. That's what I love. So how'd you get away with that one? Adam Norris, we're looking at you. I can't believe I put a gold in the chat and no one's looked at it. I'm very annoyed.
What?
Take a look.
Where?
Your new one. There's occasional raindrops on pit road.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry that I'm focused on this broadcast.
MRN says it was oil on the track, but I know they've informed. Ty Gibbs, please do something silly. Well, you got your way. It's the lake effect. It's always the lake with any weather events in Chi-Town. Thank you very much. I don't know. This is only the second time I've covered Chicago in any form of racing, and it's the only time where it's not been raining. Sorry, off-air joke. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's better.
I love how Jack and literally everyone else has
got
no
clue.
idea.
Do you want to inform them?
Me. Where is Alex Jakes from Teemu? Alex Jakes from Teemu. Hey, me here. JB. Recalled. Defective. Keep spouting something about grandstands. Alex Jakes from Teemu. Owen Bastard.
SVG won here the first race in 23, and he's going to win 25 as well.
Joey Logano is very unhappy with Ross Chastain, just to let you know. Quote, I'm going to read out the radio exchange, it's incredibly pleasant. Ross Chastain better get the blank information right before he goes and wrecks somebody. There's blank 6 cars behind me, wrecking into me, and then he destroys me from fallback. That's blank.
Is that the worst solve the puzzle I've ever heard?
Yeah, it's not exactly... As you can see, he was expressing his incredible belief that Ross Chastain wrecked him. I was thanking him.
Did you see what I said? Did that get delivered?
I will have a look in a minute. Hold on.
No. No, I'm not. I'm not taking that.
And coming through those buildings right there. And that's a concern, I think, more so than lightning or potential rain. And yeah, what you got on the one car?
Yeah, Dale, Ross was just a part of that previous wreck there that brought out the caution. He was punted into the tire stacks, but it straightened him back out. He said not a lot of damage. Car feels good. Stevie, they were 2 to 4 laps short on fuel before this caution. This might put them right on their window right now, running 9th.
Yeah, you figure basically like a 2 to 1 or 2.5 to 1. So what I mean by that is, you know, you get to run 2 or 2.5 laps and only burn 1 lap worth of fuel. This will get them very, very close. And to Dale's point about the weather, I mean, you just wonder how many more laps we're going to see.
Guys, are these sending? Or because I'm just getting 1 ticks. JT?
Yes.
What's the last one? Did you see my 2 laughy face emojis?
Yes.
Okay, they are sending. I really am an old man, aren't I? Are they sending? There's only 1 tick. Isn't there supposed to be a 2 tick?
The portion of the drama that could unfold late if you get someone running out of gas, causing a caution, getting in front of somebody, and, you know, being off pace in one of these tight corners.
It shocked me. And we talk about this tire having a little bit more fall off. You know, we saw that start down the front stretch. There was chunks of tire going. Like, there's a lot of rubber out there all wide. You know,
you can see the drivers right here, Steve, aggressively cleaning their tires because, you know, the leaders are throwing off chunks of tires coming up on the chews, I believe. So all these cars are picking up all of that tire rubber and everything that everybody's cleaning off their tires. You got to stay active as you're trying to keep these tires ready to go to fire off into turn 1.
Alan, what about Ty Gibbs?
Well, the radio is really interesting. They know who the target is. It's SVG. Over the radio, Chris Gabehart had an explanation for his driver, Ty Gibbs.
Well, looking at the data a little bit closer, I will tell you that it's mostly him about 1 mile an hour faster by releasing the brake slightly sooner than you. So it's kind of his mid-corner speed is just 1 mile an hour higher, which translates to a better exit. So it's not that he's launching better than you. He's just able to roll a little bit more mid-corner speed due to trailing off the brake slightly sooner.
And Gabehart even reminded him, look, if you're able to clear SVG loves doing that crossover move. Just remember that. Have that in the memory bank.
A lot of great
Storm's
information for a driver. That's a lot to process. I'll give these drivers, they process a lot.
9 laps to go when we return to the green flag. Shane Van Gisbergen in control. Ty Gibbs looking for his first career victory. Wants to punch his ticket to the playoffs. Same for A.J. Allmendinger, who will start in row 2.
Hang on a minute. SVG's already got it. Ty Gibbs trying to get through. We've got rain incoming. We're about 2 minutes away from being engulfed. Let's see if we can get there. SVG and Ty Gibbs with Allmendinger and Hamlin. We are heading back to green flag racing. Can we actually finish one of these races as Gibbs clips the side of SVG? We are racing here in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's room down to turn 1. That was poor. I'm tired.
You might send it here, Ty.
He's backed out of it. He's under pressure from Allmendinger. But Allmendinger's got Denny Hamlin up in 4th. What the hell has happened? He's down in the back of the field in 40th place. Hamlin's side by side with Briscoe. Hamlin could win as SVG takes off quicker than one of Elon Musk's rockets.
Hold on. You think Hamlin is going to beat SVG at Chicago?
Unless SVG blows up like one of Elon Musk's rockets, I think we're fine.
That's not as funny as my one, which is saying unless SVG announces the new pope.
Oh dear.
Well, the way that ship 36 went up, I think you might need quite a big explosion from SVG. I don't know if you saw that one.
When Elon Musk said it was going to be a challenge to build the new Starship, I didn't realise he meant Challenger.
Okay.
Zing.
I will privately find that incredibly funny.
Still, Joe says, I predict this in a year. Ty Gibbs will
I
get
predict
the
a
first
riot.
win. Yeah. I predict that we're about to be engulfed by vape smoke. Ooh,
that's contact.
Briscoe's getting out of it. Briscoe's going to go loose. He's got a flat tyre, I think. I think Briscoe's got a flat. Yeah, he's got a flat. He can't get in pit road. Briscoe's going to have to do the whole lap with a flat tyre.
I predict that I could get to bed before 10:30 on a NASCAR Sunday night.
You say that.
I get to go in a bath.
I also want to quickly note, apparently it looks like, according to Jeff Gluck, he watched Ross's onboard. Yeah, he wrecked Logano on purpose.
Beef?
For the caution. Yeah, we got beef.
Beef?
As RB said, we've got beef!
Steakhouse beef.
You know that we got beef something. Arby's. All I'm going to say is, Logano, don't confront Ross after the race. He's got a pretty good punch on him. I still can't believe that was 2 years ago, by the way.
Larson and Chastain in a bit of a battle coming into it.
Yeah. I think it was a bit stupid from Logano. Not Logano. Ross to wreck Logano, though. Clearly wasn't his fault. Clearly was just Cindric having Arca brakes. What is that?
So, just trying to work out something coming through. That rain is approaching at the rate of a block every 2 laps, and we're 3 blocks away.
Briscoe's puncture was as a result of contact from Priest.
Yeah. I mean, I visibly saw that.
Which we saw live, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying the Pope was... It's kind of saying JFK was shot with a bullet. It's kind of like... Well, what do you think he was going to be shot with? Intercontinental ballistic missile?
Could be.
7 to go, Chicago.
I mean, the Cuban Missile Crisis was, yeah.
I mean, currently it's maybe. I don't know.
Oh! Bubba hit the wall as I dribble. Bubba hit the wall. He's gone out wide. I don't know. Look. Bubba hit the
Didn't know you
wall.
played football, JB.
And Reddick's going to come around the outside line as well. You should see me in goal as well. Light up the brakes. Wallace can have the inside line. Come on, Bubba, put the throttle down. There's a tyre exit there. Yeah, I was taking a sip and Bubba had brushed the wall.
Here goes Reddick to the inside. Is
Bubba
he going to take the position? There's a little bit of contact between the two teammates there. And it's
Oh, contact Bowman! Bowman hits him! Bowman's hit him wide! Bowman's been knocked into the wall so many times today! He's going to have concussion at the end of this, the amount of times he's been knocked into the wall. Look at him! Bowman's got nothing! And there he goes again!
He was there.
Come on, camera angle, just rotate round, you muppets.
I have a feeling Bubba might not appreciate that. Yeah, I thought not. See ya, mate.
And we've got the fight!
All they go.
Bowman gets whacked in by Bowman. Bowman backs in Wallace.
Bowman gets whacked in by Bowman.
This is unbelievable. Look at this. We go again. Wallace has gone wide. Bowman's going to get whacked. Please fight in the paddock. I've waited all year for a fight, and now we're going to get it. They're 2 by 2.
NASCAR coverage for you to get a fight in a paddock.
I missed the All-Star last year.
They're going again.
And the spinner! He's round! He's round! He's punted him! He dumped him! Bowman sends Wallace a spinning!
Here comes Chastain.
This
the 48 now.
That coming.
The
Did I not call
yeah.
pretty quickly?
I don't, but well, I think Bubba Wallace is going to get into a fist fight. We know what he's like with them as well. He'll throw his helmet.
I've been and there's a waved blue at turn 6. Local yellow at turn 6.
That'll be Bubba, maybe.
No, Bubba was at turn 2.
This is unbelievable.
Is that because of the tyre carcass?
Oh, and Larson's getting punched out wide, and there's been a contact with Christopher Bell. Bell's on the inside line.
Bowman's smoking.
Yeah, but oh, well, he's got damage. I mean, he did just take on Bubba Wallace. I'm surprised he lived to tell the tale. He's just having steamed hams right now from the McDonald's car as well. It's just fine.
Yeah.
It's just steamed hams. Hill's pushing through as well. Bell at the back. It's like we're watching an oval race right now. The bump drafting's insane with 5 to go. Hill's going to go on the inside line and gets ahead of Larson. Logano's coming back in as well to push his way through.
Hill's in the top 10 now.
Alex Bowman was told we are not playing nice with this mother bleeper.
Yeah. He dumped him. He absolutely dumped him, I think.
What's Ermi doing? Right, I jumped, I hit my head on the line. I once jumped up in the commentary box when Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton mounted each other, and I nearly came down and whacked my headset lead off. 5 to go. Oh, that's Bell! That's Bell! Bell's round! Bell is
not in a great place.
Yeah, that's it. That's where we had the red flag earlier on. What's going on?
Everyone's deciding to lose their heads with 5 to go.
Speaking of losing their heads, if Harry Benjamin was in his commentary box, he wouldn't be able to move. His head would be in that cobweb. That's just my head above mine. He'd have to sit down. This is an insane race.
Race control have intervened. Spotters of the 23 and 48, you got to talk to your drivers. Let's get to the end of this race.
Yeah. Well,
even though Alex Bowman was told to not play nice.
I think that's what it is.
Well, it's all for $1 million.
Call him to the hauler, that's all I ask. Call him to the hauler, go do the old-fashioned way.
Still, Joe's right. If a caution comes out now, all hell. We're keeping that rain away, aren't we?
Rain, rain, go away, come back next year when we're not here. Unfortunately, because I do quite like Chicago.
It's growing on me a bit. Now we've had a dry race, I quite like it.
I've liked Chicago since day one.
I think it'll help because we've had a dry race now. We can see what it's like, and it's actually quite good. I think it might stay for another year.
I wouldn't count it out staying for the next year, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually would not count.
San Diego's not ready
I also want to add, Bowman and Bubba, that is the second year in a row they've beefed at Chicago.
Yeah, but you also have to have everyone look past the SVG domination that we have.
That is true. However, I don't think San Diego's ready.
SVG out the sport then, done. Easy.
I don't think San Diego's ready to host a race yet. There's too much sand. And there's too many beaches, you know, it's full of animals.
No.
And,
JB, there was way too much sand at Daytona Beach, but hey, they held races there.
I was making a Madagascar joke.
And I was making it factual.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a fight after the race.
Fight!
I think you're going to definitely get a fight.
Wait, hold on. Wimbledon apologises after electronic line Wimbledon apologises after electronic line calling system was switched off in error and missed 3 calls in one game.
What? Oh, let's go back to...
Bring back line judges. I've been against electronic line the entire time.
This is ridiculous.
I like humans being involved, because if you leave it all to technology, stuff like this is going to happen.
I love how the ball, we had a fault, and then the ball went out, and all you heard randomly was this lady's voice going, "Out!" And everyone just roars in laughter. It's been quite comical this year, to be fair.
NASCAR chasm prime. Everyone losing their minds hours in Chicago.
Imagine if this race was on Prime Video, though.
Anyway, if we get a caution, I think Reddick's probably on course to win.
That mist has been burned away now by the sun, and I agree with you. Reddick, he'll get it.
2 to go.
2 to go. Next flag will be the white flag, and then the next one ends the race.
Good race, this.
It could be the yellow flag, the next flag, and then we get overtime. You never know. It's Chicago.
Please no.
Oh, I get to do something. I get to do something really cheesy, but I didn't get to do it last year because he crashed. Has anyone actually seen the musical? I've seen it on board. I've seen 2 versions of Chicago. Reddick and Gibbs. Gibbs under a bit of pressure. Reddick's trying to close him in. Why am I being told to sit in the corner?
No.
Anyway. 2 to go.
Oh, into the wall, into the wall.
He went to the wall.
Cody Ware, hard.
Cody Ware into the wall.
That's going to be a caution, I think.
Final lap. White flag's out. Next flag ends the race no matter
I think
what.
we'll get a caution, probably.
How did you spot that? Caution's
It just
out.
flashed up, I thought.
Caution is out.
Wait,
Shane Van Gisbergen wins at Chicago as the caution is out. As a accident into the wall for Cody Ware.
That was a hard hit. I hope he's alright.
I haven't seen it.
Where?
Where did you see it?
Where?
It happened on center of the screen. You guys weren't looking. It happened in the
You guys
center.
weren't looking.
Well, they haven't come back to it, have they?
How is the guy with ADHD looking at screens more than you?
Well, I've got a big 50-inch monitor in front of me and I didn't spot it.
Okay, to be fair, you guys have got like 500 monitors.
I didn't spot it. Oh, well. Jack earns his contract for the next year.
Thank you.
Oh God, please no. Wait, sorry, did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, I forgot to put it on mute, didn't you? The caution is out then. Shane Van Gisbergen, 2 out of 3 in Chicago. Nobody's perfect.
That means he has now won, I think, by my maths. Is that like... Hold on. That's 4 of his 5 Chicago races he's won.
That's insane. And he's going to double up
That is
here.
a ridiculous stat.
Nobody better in Chicago than SVG as the yellows are out. Anyone know where is this car? I have yet to see it. We've got the whole lap.
Turn 6.
Into the last corner. The name on everybody's lips. SVG. Checkers are out. Xfinity and Cup. Shane Van Gisbergen. The absolute calm presence in Chicago.
6 years old from Auckland, New Zealand.
He's done it again.
And some more playoff points as he starts thinking about...
Yeah, he's locked it twice now to the playoffs over. Will we get a caution flag controversy post-race? I don't know. I've yet to see the crash myself again.
Beef.
I want to yeah. Well, to be fair, it's 10 o'clock and we're done. When have we ever ended this early on a Sunday during a NASCAR race?
Hold on, I need to do some maths quickly.
Not allowed to do any maths.
SVG has just equalled the record for the most for wins by an international driver in NASCAR.
Wow. 3 wins.
I meant overall 7.
7 overall, yeah.
I think it's 7 anyway, isn't it?
Yes.
No, it's his 7th, right? Hold on.
He lost. Did he win last year at Watkins Glen, or did he miss out? I can't remember. He missed out.
Yeah, no, he didn't win at Glen last year.
Just missed out.
He missed out because he made a mistake into the bus stop.
Yeah.
And Busher got past in what was the best finish of all of last year. I don't care what anyone disagrees with me on that. That was
Yeah.
that finish was so good.
Wow. What a bizarre, strange, crazy, confusing weekend we've had.
Shout out, by the way, quickly, to Catherine Lesh. 19th she's finished in a Live Fast Motorsports car. Fair play to her.
Live fast. She really is one,
Live
isn't
fast
she?
is not usually fast.
Trying to have a look. No, I can't see the accident behind. Okay.
I only saw the car in the tyre barriers, though.
Oh, what a race. Do you reckon we'll have a good one next weekend?
Right. Wait. Hold on. We had an extended post show at the end of the British Grand Prix because it was the British Grand Prix. We now have an extended post show here on the Chicago streets because JB wants to see a fist fight.
Look, I've waited too long. I want to see a fist fight.
By the way, can I just talk about quickly which 2 cars are right next to each other on pit road now? Chastain and Logano.
Oh, fight again.
That could get interesting.
SVG burns it out in Chicago.
Also, he got some celebratory bumps
I'm just hearing that ICE have arrived to deport him.
Oh, for God's sake.
Apparently speeding on a public highway is against the law.
He's too good.
What a race. And crucial for Trackhouse.
NASCAR chasm. You can't spell inevitable without Shane Van Gisbergen. I haven't checked that. I just assume you can't. I feel like... And also, this is the first weekend sweep since Carl Busch in 2016 at IMS. That's from Brandon Crosslin. And I feel like I'm...
Sorry,
going
JT. The memory party for Eddie Jordan, you know, part of the concert.
Oh, he's taking his seatbelts off to high-five his crew.
Damon Hill, Eddie Irvine, David Coulthard, Louise Goodman are all on stage at Silverstone for the memory concert tonight for Eddie Jordan. And DC is playing the spoons. Oh.
Also, can we talk about TNT being under commercial right now during the burnout? That's ridiculous.
Got it done at Mexico City.
There we go.
Does it here in Chicago, and he'll try to win 3 in a row on the road next weekend in Sonoma, California. Incredible weekend. He gets the sweep, and he's celebrating again, Marty.
Adam, a flat clinic from Shane Van Gisbergen on the streets of Chicago once again.
All I do is win, no matter what.
He gets to celebrate with the crew, the Kiwi, showing why he's the current king of the road in NASCAR.
You saw me press that button, stopped.
I love his comments yesterday when he said this track is tougher than it's ever been. But he made it look easy today. Hey Shane, I know you're not a fan of cities, but this place changed your life 2 years ago. I think you might want to think about a temporary residence here in Chicago.
Yeah, I love this place. Give me a moment, let me kick this thing.
Yeah, sure. We'll do this early. He does the rugby ball into the stands, a short kick today. A+, very nice. Well done on the kick. You didn't have to kick it very far today, did you?
Yeah, that was much better, but what an amazing weekend for me. Lucky guy to drive some great cars, and thank Trackhouse, WeatherTech, Chevy, and all these guys and girls here. What an amazing weekend. Thanks for everyone for coming out, and hope we put on a good show.
What is it about you and this racetrack that just fits so well, Shane?
I guess we made no mistakes. You know, there were some really fast cars, and we just seemed to get it right, you know, and make no mistakes, be smooth every lap, and really cool.
When you and I chatted, Stephen Doran, his crew chief, when you and I chatted yesterday, you said this track is tougher than it's ever been. Why was it such a challenge this weekend?
It was just so hot this weekend, you know. The track was very slick, and the times were a lot slower, and the margin for error was very tiny, so just had to get it right, and I'm wrapped.
How about the role this team has played, or how about the role this team is on the last 4 weeks? 4 weeks ago, you were out of the playoffs. Now you have 10 playoff points with 2 wins, and Sonoma coming up next week.
Yeah, how good is that? Unreal. We've really come together as a team, got a lot better, and Ross got a win too, so brilliant. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen wins once again on the streets of Chicago in front of the fans here, and the rugby ball. I can confirm, Adam, did hit the last row in these stands.
No truth to the rumor. He signed a free agent deal with the Bears. That's not happening. No. But he has been getting a lot of experience punting this weekend. Victory yesterday in the Xfinity Series from the pole, and he does it today from the pole as well, leading 26 laps. And he'll be the favorite when we get to wine country next weekend. Our post-race coverage continues. Coming up from Chicago.
I think there will be a fight, but I don't think we're going to see it.
I can confirm, Bubba, there will be no fight between Bubba and Bowman.
Oh,
Bubba
why?
immediately left pit road.
Oh.
And he kicks the ball into the crowd, SVG.
Oh, so we don't even get a
Bubba
fight.
left pit road straight away, probably for the best.
Don't get a fight. It's not old school NASCAR anymore, is it? As they've gone off air. Alright, let's go off air. It's 10:16. We all get a nap, and I get to go have a quick bath before some bed sleep time before I'm called up back to tennis. Okay. Omi, last word. What do you make of it?
Well, it was interesting, I think it's fair to say. The street course definitely delivering some of the goods along with the caution, so yeah, quite interesting, and let's see what will take place next time out.
Good for SVG though, it's a good story. Man, my hometown won't have a track for 2026, it might do. 50k fine for one punch isn't really worth it. And still Joe's final comment. TNT versus Fox, who will be worse by the end of the season? Jack.
On that comment, easily Fox. Sorry, not gonna sway me. The commentaries.
Fox were never on the ad break during burnouts.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. But I also think the commentary is just a lot better on TNT. I'll add to that and just say I think another pretty classic Chicago street course race. SVG might possibly be the best road course race that the Cup Series has ever seen.
It's dark outside.
And obviously, Tempest Flare.
Yes. Just checked it was dark outside. JT, final thoughts from you.
Worst broadcaster? Well, we've had that conversation. Best broadcaster? Prime.
Yeah, I think
You
Prime
will
have
not.
knocked it out.
You will not change my mind. Good race if you look past the SVG domination. I've said that before. I said the exact same thing yesterday. But yeah, tempers are flaring, and well, next week expect Bowman and Bubba round 2.
Sonoma will be fun. Well,
That
thanks,
got
guys.
a little bit out of hand, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I was expecting a fight. Well, we got one on track.
Banger race.
Yeah, I thought you'd be used to that.
Proper stock car racing where you are actually allowed to spin people out and put your bumper in, but that is what happens when the cars are actually built for you to be able to do that, not like NASCAR. JB, you can actually go off air now.
Thank you.
No. So yeah, Wimbledon tomorrow from 1:30. That is all throughout next week, and I will let JB. I don't know if he can hear me, but I will let JB wrap up from outside.
Just went outside the commentary box. I mean, you know, may as well get out there.
Okay, well that's not going to happen, but yeah, Wimbledon the full next week with quarterfinals, finals, semi-finals getting underway. We've got Carlos Alcaraz versus Cam Norrie in the quarterfinal.
God, it's going to be a good week.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just saw a replay of the Cody Ware wreck.
Also, reminder, Jake Sanson is going to be back with us, as well as Tom Dillon on the call and Matthew Owens.
Hold on, let me just have a look at the... Let me just have a look down on Twitter. Whereabouts was it? What account posted it, Jack?
Oh, well, I might get to go to bed before 10:30.
The Stephen Taranto guy.
Okay, there is a 2-minute and 20-second video here from Jeff Gluck from what Alex Bowman said about what happened, but I don't know if it's clean, so I'm not going to play it.
Yeah. Also, actually, I'd like to add, basically, so I'd like to also add, great day, because we've seen Pelot and Verstappen both make mistakes today, so proving that they're actually human, so yeah. That's also an extra thought, basically, just added into play as well. But yes, now we head into a few weeks off for Formula 1, unfortunately. So yeah, this guy looking at his phone right now gets a break. What a shame.
Finished.
Oh, never mind. I'm just taking a look at the Formula 1 and MotoGP attendance. I've just seen a tweet on that. Okay, interesting stuff. So basically, yeah, comparison of Silverstone. I've just scrolled past.
Oh, 24,689 pre-weekend. Saturday, 34,121. Sunday, 40,518. Total for MotoGP, 99,328. Formula 1, Thursday, 60,000. Friday, 130,000. Saturday, 142,000. Sunday, 160,000. Ergo, 500,000 people. Yeah.
Okay, so you're also part of interrupting yourself as well. You do realise?
No, I just saw it. It's just, you know, you may as well go for it as well.
Mine isn't working, so I can't interrupt JB. What a shame. Spa, of course, next time out for the Formula 1 circus.
Yeah, 3 weeks off now for Formula 1, and we're still going next week as well as we go for NASCAR at Sonoma.
Right, I have got the clip up here from Cody Ware on board with Chris Buescher going down towards turn 6 and did something break. Oh, that was a big hit straight into the wall. That was a complete brake failure, straight suspension failure, straight into the wall. No speed scrubbed off there as Cody Ware waves to fans after getting out of the car and into the safety truck. So that is what happened there, and well, that is quite a big hit to the tire. I don't know how well you can. There you go.
Yeah, he's buried. I think the brake rotor failed personally. What it looked like to me.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think happened as well, Jack. But well,
these lot turn up for any of the post-show work on any other series, but the one time we get to go off here early for NASCAR, and they are extending the post-show 20 minutes more than TNT.
And I've actually just having a look at the replay of the burnouts now from the stands.
Right, that's it. That's
well,
it. Thanks everybody for your company this weekend.
He really did smoke it up here as well. But Catherine Legg scored her career best finish, which was 19th. It's the first non-draft and track top 20 for Team Lifer since the 2022 Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. That is from Seth Eggo, my God.
Thanks everybody for your company this weekend. It's been a great race here in Chicago. We'll make sure to join you next weekend in Sonoma. Thank you, take care,
just
goodbye!
Having a look, Shane Van Gisbergen, as Jack said, is now tied with Marcus Hamsworth for 7th all-time.
Can't be bothered. I've turned them off. Thanks, guys, for your company. We'll see you next week in Sonoma, and I'll sack them in the morning. Bye, guys.